I mean, where people have like time to yell on the top, like, get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Yeah. Well, at least no one died.
I mean, it's China. Maybe someone died.
Sure.
Covered it up. Yeah. Hush, hush.
More than they bargained for.
You can't.
Was that in the story?
It was the lead.
Oh, fans of the genre. What are they even doing?
Several swimmers in a Chinese pool got more than they bargained for when their lives ended.
That's right. I didn't pay for this, said the dead guy.
Oh, mercy. We're ready. Here we go.
We gotta make a little adjustment to that camera over there.
Oh, this one. This one?
Yeah. We're missing Warren. There he is.
The Bearish Club.
Is that Fortnite Mac?
That's that Fortnite Mac. Eat your heart out, Apex.
Kind of looks like Diva.
Oh, it does. It does look a lot
Metal
like
Gear.
Diva, actually. Even with like the glass dome on the front.
Mm-hmm. So they beat Titanfall guys to Titanfall.
Yeah.
You good? Do you have enough slack?
Good.
Looks like it's taut.
Oh, we good?
Tout.
We good.
Taut cherry juice.
Tart.
Tout.
Welcome to the show. It is August the 5th, 2019, episode 283 of the Talking Reckless podcast. My name is Matt Eads. I'm joined by Oliver Aguilar,
Hello, I'm here.
Warren Barris,
Hello.
and Brandon Lynn.
Oh, hi.
Hey. Video games is the reason we're here. Gentlemen, welcome. Great to have everyone back.
Show myself out.
Yeah, it's time to... we're gonna start trimming the fat here. So exclusively video game talk.
Well, then I'll show myself out.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Can't believe I'm the only one that's played video games.
That's weird. That's gross.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about those yet.
This is a weird world we live in.
Yeah, totally kidding. Oliver, you've been down here. You've been down here in the podcast studio.
Not talking about video games.
Not talking about video games.
And fucking do I ever talk about not video games?
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
We got a hot new television podcast. It's going to start coming out on this Monday, right beside this podcast.
Sweet.
Episode 1 of the cleverly named Westworld FM. Our
Okay.
Westworld podcast.
Yep.
Listen, we got Westeros
That one
FM.
didn't even get tossed into the whole creative hive. That
Not
one,
really.
We tried a couple. Sweetwater. We were really stuck on the FM.
Side by side with the regular show?
Yeah, well, for now, anyways. So what might really end up happening, I actually just thought of this as we were talking, is this might come out on Friday, this video game podcast, because we missed last Monday.
Oh.
Might come out on Friday the 2nd. We'll see if that actually happens. And then Westworld on Monday, and then we'll get back to regular form. But we do have a Westworld podcast. It's going to be coming out weekly. One episode a week. It's like the Game of Thrones podcast we did, where we sit down, watch an episode, and then talk about it for a couple hours or an hour, scene by scene. It's a fun show.
Westworld 49. That's what you should have called it.
West 49, Westworld. Okay.
And then you could have done it, and each episode at exactly 49 minutes.
That would have been tough.
Nah, you could do it.
That would have been
Would
really
we
tough.
have to have
You
like
could do it.
a skateboard component to the show? or
Sure.
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew what West 49 was, but it took me until then.
That might also just be a Canadian thing. I don't know if I alienated people on that
I
one.
don't know if I know what West 49
That's a
is.
skateboard shop.
skateboard
It's
shop.
like a brand, like a clothing brand.
Oh, okay.
and,
Okay.
Skateboard company.
They had a big skateboard park in the West Ed one downstairs.
Yeah, it was a multi-floor store.
And had like a half pipe in the store?
They had like a fenced off area and a whole skate park where kids would skateboard.
Wow, how long ago was that? I don't remember that at all.
A long-
Regular West Edmonton mall
10,
goer
15?
Matt Eads.
What's the store now? What's in there now?
I was actually in the mall last week. It's all like closed off with like
really?
a checkered flag on it. So I think they might be doing
Putting the
Go-karts
skateboard back
there?
in.
a go-kart or a go-kart like themed like clothing store. I don't fucking know.
A go-kart
Go-kart,
themed
that sounds-
clothing store.
Stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
NASCAR. Could be a NASCAR
Oh,
store.
NASCAR store. Yeah.
No,
People love
probably a
them some
go-kart themed. It's just like go-kart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's either
coveralls
go-karts
and helmets.
or a go-kart themed clothing store.
As a go-kart enthusiast, I feel like my wardrobe choices are not represented in the second largest mall in the world.
That's a very good point. Be
What
a
is
special, like a
a-
big and tall, a specialty go-kart themed
Yeah,
clothing store.
exactly.
What is a go-kart themed shirt?
Checkered?
Checkered.
Just checkered. Everything's just checkered.
There's a red one, there's a yellow one, and a green one.
All right.
Like,
maybe, like,
different
for the
checkers, like
flags.
black and white, and then like
Yeah.
maybe red and yellow or something. And yeah, you get a couple different.
Yeah,
checkers.
maybe
One
like-
with, like a number on it.
NASCAR inspired with like a big Tide emblem.
Yeah.
Mario
Yeah.
peeing on an upturned
Oh,
Crash
yeah.
Team Racing go kart or
Right.
something.
Sure.
Yeah.
A banana peel.
Yeah,
A little bit of heat.
Just a
on-
banana.
Yeah.
probably a lot
banana.
of Funko Pops or like a blue shell plushie.
Sure.
Bet you could buy. I would like. Does this exist? Is there a blue shell? We should make a blue shell plushie. You could throw it at your friends. Whoop-ah, and it'd be soft. You know, it's like a Nerf thing.
Or the blue shell. You should do like a green shell.
Yeah, it
Blue
would make
shell
more
will
sense
have
as a green
to
shell.
follow you. Yeah.
We'll make a drone version of
Would
it.
auto
That'll be
track
the blue shell.
your best friend when you threw it, and then it would just show.
Oh, think about the
Who's the best person in the
fights that
room.
would cause.
The one who is doing most successfully in their life.
Right. Yes. It would just
Really
keep
just sewers
hitting
them.
them.
Well, I think we're safe.
It would just fall to the ground when you threw it around us.
100 hours in WWE, gentlemen. That blue shell is headed my way.
Hell yeah.
You just throw it and it explodes in the air.
Yeah, it's fucking the boomerang. Oh, goodness. How's your week's been, gentlemen? Besides that Westworld. Oh, I guess I have something else to tell you about the other than the Westworld podcast. August the 11th, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard, 4 p.m. Eastern, talking Reckless Wrestling League. The TRWL presents Undisputed. Our first pay-per-view. Everyone will be there. The whole Captain America, Spider-Man, Oliver, everyone
Liu Kang.
will be there.
Excellent.
Fuck, we got Liu Kang.
Yeah.
It's a good get. It's a big get.
$3 million for one appearance.
Wolverine.
Fuck. Blew the budget on that guy.
Yes, we have our first TRWL pay-per-view event.
What is him with this camera?
It's
Is it
leaning
on
a
a fucking live animal?
It's on the where the carpet goes a little lower. It's sitting on,
Podcast cat.
it's sitting on a square carpet
Sure.
and a couple cords.
The cat.
Yeah. It's where they're scratching its
keep-
back on it.
I'll keep my feet away from it.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/Talking Reckless Podcast for that. August the 11th.
It's going to be a hell of a show.
What,
It's a hell of a
what
show.
have you talked about?
We had you, Oliver J and Matt E. Diaz, two very able competitors, had a match.
Okay, yeah.
At the last points gambling stream.
Yeah.
We run on the same days as the WWE pay-per-views, just before them, so it's easy to remember. That's
OJ
kind
got,
of it.
or, OJ got help too.
I got the win on that one, yeah.
Got some help.
Somebody's, what we can only assume was Chris Jericho's theme music played. Okay, it is definitely not me moving that camera. My hands and arms are up, and I'm still watching it move. Just for the record,
It's all right.
Chris Jericho's music played, and yeah, you got helped from
Well, I don't know.
apparently the man
I
himself,
don't know.
Y2J.
You got distracted.
Didn't look like he needed help.
Because I didn't think Y2J was going to come out at the first TRWL
You
match. What the
just said
fuck is he
anything
doing?
is possible and that everyone was going to be there.
It's not
I-
like I had the same chance of getting distracted too,
right.
but my focus is better.
Matt E. Diaz, the competitor, and Matt E. Diaz, the commentator, is, different. My head's in a different space when I'm out there in the ring.
How
It's-
are we doing this? Are
it's
we doing
hard
this
to-
as first person? Or-
Well, I'm not
we're
in it.
working it out.
Silver Standard is not Brandon,
Brenda's not there.
Brandon Lynch is not there.
despite his
Yeah. So
alarming appearance
oh, I see
towards
what's
me.
going on here.
Silva Stan.
Silva Stan.
I see
Put
exactly.
Brando in as a manager. That's what we should do.
Oh, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, we'll see if
Manage your client, the Silva Stan.
we can work that out.
Yeah.
We can work that out.
Yes.
We got lots. I got lots of stuff planned. I got lots of stuff. I'm already thinking about. When I say I, of course, I mean the entire creative team is already thinking about the next pay-per-view. They're not pay-per-view, by the way. They're free. Come watch them.
Yes.
But they're a
Special
big
event.
Special event. Yeah, totally. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna. Everyone wants to be the inaugural champion. The Talking Reckless Undisputed Championship. There's 7 competitors in there. Every single one of them has at some point in their career held the Undisputed Championship. And now it's up for grabs.
Boy, in that wrestling promo, that's been posted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I saw myself with the old Satpod belt,
Yeah.
boy, did that bring back some memories.
That was a good clip.
Single tear rolled down the face.
It was literally like I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, we had a thing.
It's a good clip too because I think you nod at the Satpod title
Yeah.
and poo
Yeah,
the
that was
Undisputed
good.
Championship.
Yeah. That's good.
Yep. Go watch that promo and then come watch our event. It's gonna be dope. It is the most time. It is more time in than the Reckless Rumble by like a huge factor now. It's gonna be the most work we've ever put into something. So come and watch. Come and see the fruits of my
Watch
labor.
that video too. That
Yeah.
promo video is dope.
Yeah.
It's a hot
A lot
little
of work got
package.
put into
Facial
that bad
hair
boy.
on your dude there.
Yeah.
It's intense.
God damn.
He looks good. Matty Diaz looks a lot like Matt Eads.
No, the facial hair on your dude that showed up in the Reckless
Oh,
Rumble.
my client, the show.
The show,
The show,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, wow. That's, yeah. It's
Like,
quite a decision.
He did not line up the arms very well
No,
on that camera
I know.
shot. Though.
That is his biggest regret.
He does.
is-
He's not very good at framing things. I
Yeah,
guess.
his biggest regret. Well,
That's
if you
alright.
if you watch that clip, you can see that somebody walks by and the camera actually like
Oh, is
kind of gets a little bit lower.
Oh, the cat was scratching its back.
The cat was scratching its back, so maybe the show didn't know quite where his mark was. Thought he
gotta be
did.
it.
Thought he did. Rehearsed it a few times, but then still fucked it up, which was a bit of a bummer.
And then proceeded to lose. So there's
yeah,
that.
yeah. Second
There's
place and
that.
first place.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a good night. That was a fun night, you
It
guys.
was.
So there's already a story to that title, you know.
And in a weird way, that's kind of where the rivalry started too. Because there's a certain somebody at this table that tried to fight me that night in real life.
A
Yeah.
certain somebody.
So-
True.
Come on.
Yeah.
Certain somebody
Say my
who
name,
had-
Warren. Say my name.
Lil homie.
Was that the night we shot all the rum, or was that a
Yes.
different night?
No, that was that
That
night.
was the night.
That
was
was
a
the
long
one.
day.
That was the new, or I guess that wasn't a New Year's show. That was the one where Oliver got too drunk and ruined everything.
Yeah. We've
Wasn't
all
me
had
that
our turn.
time.
We've all had our turn at it. That's Rando's year. This year, I think.
We'll see about how.
His year was the
like-
year that he fucking streamed for like
that's
8
weird.
hours
But that's
after
not-
the
that's
show.
not ruining
That's
it.
not ruining it,
Yeah.
but that's his.
Or
Exactly.
elevated.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Drunk Brando's like Atlas holding up the fucking world. Unlimited strength.
I will.
Pants came off at one point too, or your shirt or something.
Shirt was definitely off. Wouldn't be surprised if pants came off. I remember just constantly during that night asking, "Did everybody go to bed?" Like 15 times, 5 hours after.
And
everyone
also
got to bed.
falling asleep while streaming
Yeah.
I think, at one point too.
All those
Yourself
videos.
going to bed.
Yeah,
All those videos of those New Year's shows are out there for you on the YouTube.
unfortunately.
Oh,
somewhere in the
yeah,
place.
those are rough videos.
No.
And now,
Good memories.
yeah. Now, it's, yeah.
The show's got some fucking history.
I can't watch I can watch them all except that last one, except the one where I was the fucking.
Sure. It's always tough to watch your
Oh God.
Yeah.
your circus.
What was that?
Storylines, baby. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's
That's all
right.
it is.
And you're
Yeah.
gonna see him come. You're gonna see him develop on August the 11th. Come and join us. It's gonna be dope. Warren and I and everyone have put a lot of time into it. Himo with graphic design, had some folks working on some music, some custom music we can use. Lots of people putting in lots of time. So come and cheer on your rightful champ, Matt E. Diaz.
Are you gonna have to use custom music for that? Cause
We don't always,
Okay.
but I don't want to use any more license than we have to.
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Do we have a theme? Is it Disco Pogo?
Well, now it is. Disco Pogo.
Yeah, we did a show theme. I
Yeah.
didn't think of that.
Disco Pogo's a really tough one because it gets muted.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
definitely.
weird one to get muted.
Yeah, I think it's because of Jersey Shore, maybe, or
Maybe.
because I know Disco Pogo.
Because
is
I
in there,
often
but-
feel like I and now all my friends are the only people in the world who know what that song is.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's probably the Die Fruitson or whatever the guy that sings it is probably just
Diatson.
constantly
Die
just monitoring out there. Just fuck. There it is. That's my song.
shut it down.
They owe me $1.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It only like most things only get you get a little like, hey, you can't use this. You shouldn't use this music. We're gonna give the ad revenue to whoever owns it or whatever. But Disco Pogo is just a hard no, just a
Yeah.
hard mute.
If we were gonna have a show, I personally would vote for the one that I would sing when we leave the podcast.
What do you always think?
Oh
yeah, that's, I mean, we're sort of not supposed to use that one either, but we can. Yeah, that one I still have.
Is that any more licensed than
It's less
Metallica.
licensed. It's it's less licensed, but because it's just a dude who makes it. So in a way, I feel worse.
Sure.
Stealing from the man. That feels a
yes.
little better. That's a little more Robin Hood.
You should
than,
see if someone would remix the show theme
Sure.
for it.
The one
I don't know how
the one we
talented-
use now.
Yeah, I don't know
How
how
does that?
talented.
Do you know how our show theme now goes?
No, is that the?
It's not. Is that even our podcast?
Yes!
I don't.
I'm trying to think if I know our theme.
You're talking about like the one that was in that whiskey commercial.
The one in the whiskey commercial.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think you know it. That sounds about
If we
right.
can get that made into like a dubstep, then we're laughing.
Ooh. How talented are your musicians?
I don't know. This one is not very me, but I'm sure I could find somebody. I'm sure we could mix that into a hot. I mean, you just put like it just
You
has
need
to
a summer
build to a
jam.
crescendo. And
It's
then
happening in August.
You put your CD player in a
Old
microwave.
Old Town Road. It's Old
Yeah,
Town
Old
Road.
Town Road.
It's always been Old
Yeah,
Town
you're
Road.
right.
We're just fucking.
You're right. That's the one.
Song of the
That's the
summer.
one. But just
Song of the
Billy
summer
Ray
for the event of
Cyrus
the
is
summer.
looped.
Yeah.
Just his verse looped.
Or we could sing like the other part.
Yeah.
TRWL
That's
future
how
Hall
we
of
get
Famer
around
Billy Ray Cyrus.
The copywriting is that we just make our own version of Old Town Road,
Okay,
and then it's a cover.
can go with our Christmas album.
Yeah.
Last year, Kevin very seriously said we should record a Christmas album. If we're gonna do that, we should probably start doing it soon. I
like
think
that
would be
idea.
the funniest shit.
I like that idea never got enough traction to even reach any of
It was-
us.
Yeah,
It stopped
I
at
never
that.
even
because because it was in like December. It was like this third week of December or something. I'm like, well, we
little
probably
too
don't,
late
we
now.
probably don't have time now. I think that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. But so here we should do it this year.
That's funny. You
Yeah.
gotta just kick around
TR
ideas
Christmas
like,
album.
like talking reckless coasters.
It goes back to the seven
Christmas
cat
album.
coasters. Yeah, Christmas album would be dope. Everybody pick your favorite carol.
Some of those old ones gotta be like public domain now, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and like we're not selling it. I'm sure it'd be fine. I got a
Well,
good
if they're
voice.
public
you know?
domain, we could sell it, couldn't we?
Sure, jingle bells.
How that works.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple different, Warren's doing like jazzy jingle bells, Oliver's doing spoken word jingle bells. Yeah. That's a great idea.
Slam poetry.
Flex goal on the Patreon. Christmas and the TR Christmas
There it is.
album.
There it is.
There you go.
See, now we put this out there. People are not
Yeah,
going to
it's
forget
gonna
it.
happen.
Like, people are going to demand this now.
We'll make it happen. If we get that first goal on the Patreon, I will guarantee that there will be a TR Christmas album in some form.
Of
Even
some
if it's
sort?
just me. Even if it's just me out there.
Oh, I'll do it.
Oh, yeah,
Hell
I'll be
yeah.
there.
Oh, you and I love singing. Great harmonies.
The harmonies.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, now I don't want to.
We could even do, I'm not even going to say that idea. That's a good idea that I'm
Okay.
saving.
Lock that one away.
Yep.
Put it up there in the bank. Forget about when you smoke.
That's right. I write things down on my phone, so that helps a little bit. Oliver J,
Yes, sir.
how have you been this last week?
I've been okay.
Yeah.
We did the Westworld podcast,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it's just a great show.
It was hard to go home and not watch Westworld after.
Yeah, I know, hey.
Fuck, I'm jonesing. It's a fun show to rewatch.
Yeah. We're not gonna have much time this weekend at all to watch it, so we started our watch. It's 3 episodes that we're gonna watch next, right?
Yeah. 4, 5.
So we
6
watched-
or something, or 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7. We watched 5 yesterday. Oh, there's some good
No spoilers, even though I've already seen it.
Anthony Hopkins scenes. Yeah. God, he's so good in that show. Have you fellows watched it?
I've watched season 1.
I don't even know what it is.
No? Oh, you would dig it. Well,
Although I know what it is because it's on
HBO. So it is on Crave. Yeah.
the Crave that I use. And that
Oh,
nobody
I
else
see.
uses.
I see. Yeah, so you've seen it popping up, have you? On the front page, perhaps, of Crave.
Yeah, on an app that you can create profiles and not have to use the main one.
I see.
Still showing up on
Can
mine.
is that a thing that
Yep.
maybe we should make happen? Okay.
Yep.
The first episode is totally. One episode is totally worth watching, and if it doesn't get you, it doesn't get you. But man,
is it?
I
Like,
think it'll
what's the-
get you.
I almost like
What's the premise?
the moment in the first episode that might get you is the premise,
Yeah.
which is why you
I
almost
should
don't want
not-
to spoil
not
it.
ask that
Like,
question.
I was trying to explain this to a friend at work, and
Who's in it?
Anthony
Sir
Hopkins,
Anthony Hopkins,
Who's that?
Thor's dad.
Odin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cyclops from the X-Men movies,
Oh yeah. I always forget.
James
Cyclops.
Marsden,
He's also the human in Sonic.
the human in Sonic.
Yes. Good.
I'm coming in with the good second, the second one.
Yes. The glazed look from Oliver, and then
Yeah.
Brando hits him with what he will know. Oh, okay.
The human.
The American agent Felix Leiter in Casino Royale.
Oh, I did see that, but I think I only saw it once. Not
Brando?
enough to
I
remember.
don't know. I don't know anything else.
Hit him with that one too.
Yeah, you wouldn't really recognize too
Yeah.
many folks.
Thor's dad, though. That's all I needed.
No.
Trevor from GTA 5.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, like he's also in it. That's
Yeah.
not this guy.
He's
It's not Anthony Hopkins.
it's not Anthony. No, the actor who plays
Like,
Trevor.
damn, that guy's got range.
No, I can never remember his name, but he plays basically Trevor. This almost the exact same character.
Actually, I think I have heard of this. Now that you say that, I think I remember hearing that he was in a show where it was very much. Ed Harris is in it.
Ed Harris.
My boy.
Oh, solid character.
Yeah, you should watch it. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
So I was trying to explain.
It's the kind of thing where like the concept of the show, like that's how you would explain the show
is
is
that a
by
big
saying
thing
what
in the first?
but the first episode, the moment that you realize the concept, for me is still one of my favorite
Yeah.
parts of that
Okay.
series.
I
Where you're
think-
like,
yeah,
oh.
it's a good.
If you liked Red Dead, it is in the Wild West, so coming fresh off
Sure.
loving Red Dead, you'll be so fucking into it, I think.
The thing is that like I tried to explain it to somebody, and I put it to words, and it was a little abstract. But then I just sent them like the trailer, the official trailer, and they tell you outright like what it is. So
It's in the yeah maybe.
Why you
How do you
shouldn't
not
watch
lead
trailers.
with Hannibal Lecter for Anthony Hopkins?
Oh yeah, he's Hannibal. He plays Hannibal.
Thor's father.
Yeah, Odin. You know.
That's like his role. Like that's him. I see him and I see fucking guy.
I've seen Thor probably 1,000,000 times more than I've seen Silence of the Lambs.
true.
Yeah.
Just true.
The
Actually,
guy.
don't know if I ever knew that was him until now that you say that. I don't know if I ever knew that was the same guy.
Hannibal Lecter or Odin?
That Odin was Hannibal Lecter.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that it was I had no
A
idea.
lot of years apart, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he
No,
gets
absolutely.
he gets old in there. Stephen Ogg is the name of Trevor's actor.
The guy who plays the God King in 300.
Xerxes.
It's there.
Saw
Although
that
he is
movie once.
completely unrecognizable.
Yeah. And I don't know what
I can't even remember any of the other characters.
what
Luke
roles.
Hemsworth is in that.
Oh
show.
yes.
Oh yeah, we
Thor's
talked about that.
Thor's
On,
brother.
We talked about that on our podcast.
He actually made an appearance in Ragnarok, I think.
Ashley Stubbs.
Yeah, he was
It was
one of the actors,
during
right?
the play. Yeah,
Opposite
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
It's good to see.
In
Yeah.
Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never knew that. Matt Damon and Liam
Yeah.
Hemsworth are like when they're doing
When
the
they're
fake
doing
like
the Thor and
oh,
Loki play. Yeah, that's
Huh.
yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
totally worth watching. And that movie's great.
Yeah, that's
one of the best
and,
ones.
and,
Oh, I've seen the movie. I just
the actor that plays Maeve is that I don't even know her name. I don't even know what she's acted in, but she's one of the best ones in that show.
Sandy Newton.
Sandy Newton.
I've seen her in a bunch of shit.
She was
also,
in a
Sandy?
Mission Impossible, I believe.
Mission
Yeah.
Impossible 2.
There you go.
Yeah, she
Nia
was
Hall.
the
Fandy.
lead, female lead.
like Shandy with a
Fandy.
fleur
Yeah.
Sandy.
or a lift.
Like
probably.
At any rate.
Mike
Sandy.
Tyson is saying it. She was also Val in Solo.
Yes, there you go. I think you'd dig it. Coming off of Westworld, Red Dead. I mean, it's in the Wild West.
I'll give it a try.
A lot of shore.
If you're gonna watch it at a not absolutely crush it pace, I'll watch it with you because I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, it's a really fun rewatch. There's some big like late show revelations.
Knowing what you know.
that-
Yeah.
as you watch, but you haven't seen the end of season 2, which is
Right. So if
That's okay.
similarly very,
yeah.
another
Yeah,
big
yeah,
revelation. that
if
you're like,
I was
oh.
going to go watch season 2, I would 100% need to watch
Yeah.
season 1 again. So
yeah, season 2 is very good. I really like season.
I
2
heard
as well.
mixed things about season 2.
Yeah, some people don't.
It
Think
was very abstract
some people
until
really-
you see the whole thing, and then it sort of comes into focus,
I see.
which is the incredible part of the show, and we're having a great time sort of talking about it.
Uh-huh.
Now, and
might do that.
hey, if you guys decide to watch it again, or decide to watch it for the first time, Warren, there is a good accompaniment.
That's a good point.
Don't listen to our show because we talk about end of the show spoilers.
That's right. I totally
We talked.
forgot about that.
We had
Don't do
a
that.
huge discussion, like huge,
totally forgot about
multi-hour discussion about whether we should talk about spoilers or not. Being like, should this be for new people? Should it not? It was put a lot of time
Well,
into
then
it.
when I end it.
Yeah, exactly. You watch the entire first season and then you can kind of come back.
Yeah.
You know, it's broken down in a way that we talk about the scenes. You're like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think. Oh, okay. Oh.
Good.
But again, it sort of opens itself up. Watching it the first time is one thing, and then watching it the second time, it totally opens itself up.
Hard T on
Great.
Thandy. Is it not Thandy? Is it Tandy? Is the
Tandy.
H silent?
I've heard it was like Tindy.
Yeah, I hear hard T on Tandy. Says one of
Tandy.
Dan's news. He would know.
Movie
Movie expert.
I just saw how it was spelled. Never heard it before. Just read it the way it is.
I had to see TH. Thandy.
Fandy.
A nice cool lemon Thandy.
Dusty Road, if you will.
Harley Race died.
It's Beach's Thandy.
Who
Harley Race?
is that? A wrestler?
Yeah, he's an old wrestler.
Oh, I saw that in our Discord today. Actually, yeah.
The last
Do not
member
know
of
who he
Team
is.
Andre from Survivor Series 1988 to pass away.
May they rest in peace.
Trained Triple H, I think.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good wrestling mind. His impact on the business is felt still to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's dead. You can't laugh at that. That's just...
You say he got more than he bargained for when he...
Yeah, he really...
When you went to
really did.
Chinese
in that
wave
wave pool and it just
We can't! Chinese wave pool sounds like some kind of a slur or a euphemism.
That was a finishing move.
It's like a Chinese wave pool, am I right?
He hit him with a Chinese wave pool!
God!
That's
Rest in
enough.
peace.
That's enough.
Yes.
That's enough.
Sad to hear about his passing. Oliver, video games.
I played the first video game I have all summer long.
Okay.
In a game called Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
How far are you?
You guys,
Oh, sorry.
Give it up. Give it up.
Did you play as Woody? You should have played as
I
Woody.
didn't play as Woody. I don't have access to that mod.
All right.
Played as Charles from Red Dead.
Nope, I don't have access to that mod either. I played as the wolf.
If you use English VO, that's Charles from Red Dead. Are you using English VO or using Japanese VO?
English. I can't really stand to
That's Charles from Red
read
Dead.
subtitles. Is it?
Uncultured
Cool.
swine.
Yeah. I feel like
He's got one read, and it's that read.
it sounds good in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I really can't stand to read subtitles anymore. Like, I remember back when I was, like, in my anime days, I was like, fucking, yeah, Japanese.
Subs before dubs.
Yeah.
Nerd.
And then now I'm like, nah.
Got old.
Yeah.
The English voice acting is very good.
It's all
also.
right.
It's not like it's
Yeah.
worse. The Japanese is very good. I played a little bit in Japanese, but the English is really good.
What a good game.
What boss are you on? How far are
Oh,
you?
I'm not far at all. I'm not really getting the combat just yet.
Okay.
But, like, I want to. Like, because I will die at every, like, encounter. Right? Even to, like, wolves and stuff. But I'm trying to get, like, the timing down.
It's as hard as they say.
It doesn't seem that hard.
It's not.
It really doesn't seem that
You
hard.
die at every encounter.
Yeah, but I mean that's me trying to get the
Sure.
combat down.
It's got a more self-inflicted.
yeah, and like again, I'm trying to get in attacks wherein I shouldn't. Like I should be more methodical and should be more defensive.
Yeah. Because you like, in a sense, you can do damage while you block. Like getting your perfect
Yeah, the
parries.
deflect, yeah.
Yeah, like even though you're not doing health damage, you're still getting the meter that if it fills, you just kill them. Are you always blocking? Did you know that you should always be blocking?
Yeah, you've said that.
Counter to every other game From has ever made. In Demon's Souls, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, all those. You regain stamina faster if you block. Usually you have to let off block to regain stamina. Sekiro's the exact opposite. You always want to hold block. You're always regenerating stamina fast.
Plus, you look cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm because he's slower that way, and I feel like I want to be more agile, and I'll just tap that block whenever I see that attack coming.
Always be holding, and then like you're kind of bouncing for the parries.
Yeah.
It took me like almost 3/4 of the game to
I know you
realize
said that, but again, like I don't like that defensive position and being like slow moving.
The game will kind of force you to,
Okay.
because
So
eventually you start running out of stamina is the problem. Eventually you start blocking so many attacks if you're just tapping on that your stamina bar runs out, and then you fall over or whatever and die.
Oh, is that what's happening? When you say stamina, is that poise?
Poise.
Okay.
Or they don't call it poise because
I think they do.
poise is a stat in. I don't think they do. They.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second bar, whatever the
No poise. No. Posture.
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 Yes, posture.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got there.
It's a cool game though.
How
It's
many
like-
bosses have you killed? I want to hear all about it. Have you fought like anybody
none?
with two?
Yeah.
They'll have like two. You got to do like 2 killing blows.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mini
Maybe
boss.
like 2 of those.
And then like big bosses have like a big health bar and a name, and it'll be like, oh, it's Jugo the Drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
He's a real piece of shit.
That
Don't let
first
him into
one.
your Chinese wave pool.
That first one, with the big bow on his back.
Oh yeah.
The one that the
Ganesh.
chops your. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a cool fucking.
You can
scene.
beat him.
Can you?
Yeah.
I thought, because the way it panned out for me is that I blew away one of his posture orbs. And then I thought that was just that point where he's like, where it goes into a cutscene and then he does his striking blow.
You can totally beat him that first time you fight him.
Oh, well, he didn't.
Yeah, it's hard, and like most people won't in their first time. But
it sort of went the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, you end up in the same place regardless. But it's the first boss of a front game. You're meant to die to it usually.
There you go. That's what I assumed too.
Have you figured out any like questions about reviving? Have you figured out how the system works? Whether you
I
should
don't
be
know.
doing it or the dragon? Has anybody got dragon rod
Somebody
yet?
talked about dragon rod. I'm kind of unfamiliar with that. And I mean, like, is that really a big thing?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Oh boy.
I know
it's been a while.
the sculptor's getting sick, that girl doctor will probably get sick.
As you die, people in the world will get dragon rot, and then it is implied. So when they have dragon rot, you can't talk to them. You can't like advance if they have quest lines with them. You can't advance their quest lines, and it is implied that they will die if you leave them dragon rotted enough. I never had that happen personally,
And that's if I revive more, right? The more times I revive.
So I've played that game all the way through, and some of it on New Game Plus, and I'm not really sure. I think you want to always revive. Was kind of how I came down on it. Was just revive all the time, because that's definitely not me.
That was me.
Because I think they're taking that. I think they're taking that penalty regardless.
Because
It seemed like there was no reason to never revive. Because when I started playing, I was like, I don't want him to get dragon rod. I'm not going to ever revive. I'm going to save it for bosses.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
It doesn't matter though.
the
It's still
dragon
good.
rot really doesn't matter.
It does. The dragon rot does matter. Reviving will not spread the dragon rot faster. You might as well revive.
Okay.
There's no reason not
And then
to.
what happens when you actually die? You only get half the experience?
Yeah, you lose half of whatever you have.
Yeah.
Half your experience, half your money.
Yeah.
Which that kind of doesn't matter. I mean, eventually it does. I haven't filled out those skill trees, but you get lots.
And there's like no real map, hey? I
Nope.
kind of get lost.
Yeah, that's a from game.
Do you just kind of figure out, do you just get familiar with everything?
Yep.
Okay. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
I might
It's
still play
fun.
it.
Yeah. There was a.
I think it's going to come up a game of the year, and I don't like not playing games that come up a game of the year.
Very respectable of you.
I'll tell you right now, if that's game of the year, I'm out. Quit the
That's it.
show.
This is not your. This is my
Whatever.
year. This is my year.
There was an article on Kotaku a few weeks ago about how Jedi Fallen Order is apparently a lot like Sekiro, which is almost exactly what we were thinking when we saw that game.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense with a lightsaber.
Yeah. And even yes, playing Sekiro, I was like, this would be such a dope way to do lightsaber combat. Oh!
Yeah, sword combat's really cool in it.
Yeah.
And I see how that could transfer over.
That's
Plus
gotta be
with all
coming
those
out soon.
sounds.
November?
November or
yeah.
something.
With every other video game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Death
Fuck.
Stranding.
Death
and-
Stranding. That's Death Stranding month, fellas.
Yeah, everyone get out of the way.
Game of the year.
Do you guys see
That's
that?
the one.
Do you guys want to know this? I saw a story about a character in Death Stranding who, you guys are trailer people,
Is it that?
dies every 21
Oh,
minutes.
I know that. Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know. Does he have a name?
Yeah,
I think
his
if
name.
you-
They named him.
Dude, if we all know it,
Is it Hot Coldman?
No.
Or is it a man?
is it Die Hardman?
It's.
I
a
hope
goofy-
it's Die
It's not a
Hardman.
goofy name like that. It's a. I don't know.
There's
I did watch that video though.
Isn't it? It's the character that Benicio del Toro plays, isn't it?
I said his director friend was the way I heard it described.
His director friend, which is not
got a lot.
Guillermo del Toro.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
Oh yeah, Benicio is the
Benicio's
Star
the
Wars
one,
one. Yeah.
Heartman.
Collector.
Yeah, Heartman.
Is there a Die Hard Man and a Heartman?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Okay.
And oh no, Hot Coldman is Metal Gear. Hot Coldman is for
Coldman is-
real
It's
Metal Gear.
Heartman, not hard man.
Yeah.
There's also a
But
Die
there is
Hard
a
Man.
there's a
Right.
die.
Yeah.
But heart.
First name
is
is die.
heart.
Yeah, his heart stops every 21 minutes.
Yes.
What is that Stranding game?
It's gonna be
New
interesting.
genre.
It's new strands.
Yeah.
Strands.
I just
It's well
like
connectedness.
it is one of those things where it's like a cutscene. I'm like, yes, I want to
President
see all
Jack
these.
shit.
I want to see all these.
Put it in my
cutscenes.
veins, Matt Eads.
I would love to. I'll be right. I'll be shooting up with you.
Yeah.
Find our safe space and connect.
Maybe that's the last thing we ever do, but
It's gonna be
the best last thing you could ever do.
This might be this game of the year might break us. Death Stranding. I want like. What if it's one of those? Half of us think it is so brilliant, and half of us think it is not a video game.
Oh, so you mean art?
Exactly. What if it is the Doki Doki Literature Club of 2019?
Oh, it'll be a distant sixth.
I'm gonna leave. It's gonna be up there, and I'm the only one gonna be
It could
championing
be such
it.
a bad game.
I'm
still.
gonna leave
just say
it.
it's
I'm gonna
gonna be
leave,
up
and then it's
there.
gonna be gone.
I mean, if anyone can say it's going to be up there, it's Oliver. Who can just say, well,
There's
that's
still
it.
a chance that game's garbage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely.
I'd say maybe a more than 50% chance.
So you can't just say
I'm
it's
giving
gonna
it.
be up
I'm
there.
giving a little. I'm giving like a 60
You think
40.
it's over?
60 good, 40 bad.
Yeah.
I have faith in Coach.
on.
I have faith.
I'm happy to trust your guys' judgment. If you guys say it's good, then I'll just bet. Sure, game of the year.
I'm more excited for that game than a game in a very, very long time, and I don't know if it's going to be good.
Yeah. Just to know. It's just I just want to
You
see.
have to know.
I want to see the bubble pop and,
Yeah.
and know how it goes.
That's the thing with sort of our reverence for Hideo Kojima. Like, yeah, like I'm too. Like, I'm for the longest time leading up to it, I'm like, I'm sick of this vague, weird, like abstract shit. I want to see gameplay and I want to see a date. And I finally got that.
They
And I'm
showed
like,
you gameplay,
Yep.
and he fucking put that ladder up, and it extended up 26 feet and fell down over that
nice.
thing. And
climb
It
that
was
shit.
crazy that, like, shortly before E3, we were joking where it's like, that game's not coming out. That game's like 2 years away at minimum.
Yeah.
And then E3 hit, and they're like, it's this year.
November.
That's wild. That's it.
So crazy. I think it went gold. I think part of that story was it went gold.
Oh, fuck.
It is so it
They're
is
still
like
going
confirmed.
back.
Yeah, it is happening in November. Hell or high water.
Take my money.
There you go. Sekiro's good.
Yeah.
I want to keep playing it. I only got like 2 more weeks with it because I doubt I can renew it, but I may totally want to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would we say that we'd give it before we figured we'd drop it? Like 40 minutes, an hour? Until we were just so frustrated? Like, I think I could get frustrated for a few more hours.
Yeah.
And
I want them to just give me some sort of moment in that game where I'm like, I need to text them and ask them if this is Metal Gear.
in Sekiro or in Death Stranding?
I'm talking about Death Stranding.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
talking
I'm
about
talking
Sekiro?
about Sekiro.
Oh, I see. We missed the.
Yeah. 40 minutes before you get frustrated.
Yeah.
That'll
Makes sense.
almost certainly be in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
There will definitely be like a 3-person chat. We're like, you guys, I think this might.
I'd like to be in that chat as a person
Yeah.
who's not going to play that game. I'd like
watch
to be
the
in that
madness.
chat. Yes. Just from the
The
outside.
person who's not going to play that game and has not played Metal Gear.
So that when the game of the year comes up, I can be like, yeah, but you guys said that this was the thing that you didn't like.
Okay, you can't come in our chat.
Yeah, back to Sekiro. Like, I think I don't feel like it's hard. Like, once I get that combat down, I feel like it'll be challenging in a way that I don't really like challenging games. But this game,
Yeah.
just like the sort of world that it's laying out and the kind of little bits of story that it's already presented, I'm like, this is very interesting, and I want to see where it goes. And I've seen you play a little bit, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that was cool. Like, there's that witch woman that you were fighting that was all over the place.
Oh yeah, Lady Butterfly.
Okay.
She's real. Apparently, she is meant to be like one of the last bosses. I did her second.
Oh.
Braggart.
You did her.
I died more on Lady Butterfly than the entire rest of the game combined,
Well, there you
which really was trying.
go. What other tips can you give me?
Always block.
You said you never beat it.
I beat it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I'm
last
on
time we were
New
talking
Game.
about
I'm
that
on
you
New Game
didn't-
Plus.
Gotcha.
Always block. Explore lots because you'll find like more Estus, more healing things, which is super invaluable. I don't know. Maybe don't be afraid. There are a bunch of different endings, so if you do want to see everything, if you want to do just one playthrough and make sure you see all the bosses or whatever, just use a guide. Just look where to go. Of like, oh, attack these trees because there's a hidden thing back here you need to find and bring to here. And I don't think there's any shame in using a guide to find the secrets.
No.
I don't know. Just enjoy it. If you get frustrated, just put it down. Put it down and sleep on it for a night, which I guess you don't have the luxury of. But there were so many fights. I was like, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to be, oh my God, this is too hard. And then the next day came back and beat it on the first try.
That's the phenomenon. The gamer
the sleep.
phenomenon.
The sleep. Yeah. You need sleep to like cement it in your brain, and then you come back the next day and fucking you're just boom on point.
Bingo.
I really love it though.
The thing is, so I've moved back to my condo, you guys, and I'm playing on like a 25-inch Sony. It's shitty. It's super shitty.
Where's your big TV?
It's still at my other place because we have to book like a move-in date. And
use the elevator or whatever.
Yeah. And I told Amber, I'm like, let's just fucking carry it in.
Yeah, whatever. Like
You
it'll
and
be
me,
one
let's carry
trip
it in
up
late
the
at
fucking
night.
stairs.
Yeah. She's like, no, if we get caught, they're gonna
What?
they're gonna fine us $200.
No.
Well,
That's
that's
what they
only
say.
if you're using the elevator.
So if anyone at any point buys a new TV, they have to book the elevator for an entire. Just fuck me if someone calls you out.
That's exactly what I
We
said.
just bought a new TV. Fuck
That's
off.
exactly what I said. Let's just fucking take this because I'm sick of using this shitty TV. I can't see a goddamn thing.
Is it the old TV you still have that we bought like probably 15 years ago now?
Yeah.
Did you get your new one?
So we started looking at new TVs, and I asked you about this. And the new hotness is that, or the current hotness is that LG OLED.
Yeah.
It's fucking expensive, man.
It's not that expensive for OLEDs. It's like
Has it gone
under.
down at all?
I think I don't know if it has since the last time. It
What
was
were you
like
guys looking
$2,000
at?
last time, I think, right? Or
Just still $2,000?
just under. Did it ever go under $2,000?
I think it was around $2,000 the last
Yeah,
time I looked, but
that's
I haven't
what I think
looked
it
in
was, too.
almost a year probably.
Neither. I mean, I just threw you some model numbers because you're like, "What's the best TV?" I'm like, "Well, here's what I think might be the best after 1 minute of googling."
Yeah, and that's sort of what I'm sort of riding on. You got your ear to the ground more than I do.
Kind of. I'm gonna have that TV that we bought in whatever year it was, 2004, for the next 25 years. Like, I'm not in the.
Costco has the LG Smart 4K HDR OLED 65-inch
What brand?
LG.
LG?
Oh, okay.
For $2,996.99.
That sounds like the TV. Is it the B6 or whatever?
OLED.
B6 or C7 they usually have on
Yeah, I think it might be
the class. Oh yeah, that's the C8.
65 inches though.
2,900.
I don't think I need 65.
No.
I need 56, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on. I like the 46 I have is almost too big for my place.
What's
think-
your one in our living room is like 50,
52.
52?
Yeah, I
that
think I want to go
maybe even?
55.
If I was
inches
gonna,
this year.
I'd go one up from that one probably for an OLED,
But see, here's the thing.
but not
like,
for my bedroom.
Like, what actually? What stuff can I get 4K like content from? Like, other than the new PlayStation.
Netflix.
Does
TSN.
Netflix have 4K stuff?
No.
I think you have to pay more.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
you do. You need like a super subscription, like a $20 a month one or
Yeah.
whatever.
Fuck, really?
But not really video games. Not really.
It's that thing where like when we bought our Samsungs, it was a 1080p and it was like 120 hertz, right?
Yeah.
And 1080p wasn't even that fucking prominent at that time. That was just kind of future proofing our shit. And then like as it happened, like nothing really was like 1080p for a long time, and at the point when it was, I'm like fucking 720p is totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're getting it more for the HDR and like it's super super high contrast compared to our TVs. Like the blacks look really really dark. It looks like your TV's off, and the whites are really 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 bright. Like the contrast is incredible on those TVs in a way that, like, you know how when our TVs are on, even if it's a black screen, you can tell they're on because it's kind of not a really black screen. It's kind of blue almost. On those new TVs, you can't tell sometimes if it's a black screen. If it is. You should go to Best Buy and watch the Stranger Things intro on one of those OLED TVs,
And see how
it is
black it is.
Oh, it is stunning.
But that's
Not
sort
knowing
of
if your TV's off or on. Yeah, man. Damn.
that's sort
That's
of where
living. What a
I'm at this sort of point in my life where I'm like, I'm not going to pay for that 4K Netflix, and we stream a lot of shit off of like Amber's phone, off of like a streaming site anyways. Like the only thing that really would call for that 4K and all that really nice shit, it would be video game.
Yeah, I mean, we do have. You should wait 6 months. We'll have new consoles, or a year, I guess. Wait a year, and we'll have new consoles, and
Yeah.
maybe they'll be native 4K. Who knows?
So you got to get the TV before you get the consoles. Otherwise, you spend too much money.
Yeah,
That's
true.
the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I told Amber, like, hey,
1080p
new consoles are
content is
coming out.
still gonna look great though.
Yeah.
Like 1080p content will look a lot better.
I told her, new consoles are coming out. I want a new TV. Our TV is old. How old is?
Old. I don't remember
Yeah,
when.
more
but,
than
like,
10.
Metal Gear 4 had just come out.
Yeah, 10 or more. So
Mine's
You're-
also very old.
You
Yeah.
remember that Game of Thrones episode in that last season where it was like too dark for us to be able to see what was going on?
Yeah.
On a hot new OLED, you could probably watch that. Okay.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Kiss the hand.
Hand kiss.
Well,
well,
Yeah,
that's
right.
sort of what happened with us, right? Because we watched. Is his OLED Kevin's?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
but I mean, it
don't
was
think so.
still like a lot better
I
than
think
what we were
also
watching on.
the
I remember.
lighting down here really helped
Yeah.
compared to the situation I was watching
and
it in.
you know, much newer TV, probably much better contrast and everything. Panels just get better over time.
Yeah.
You can buy our exact TV now for like $299. Same size, literally same TV down to every single feature.
We spent a lot on our TVs at that time.
It's right around $4,000.
I need the next
crazy.
I need the next big thing to come out so that OLED drops like $1,000.
Yeah, me too. I'm holding off until my TV physically dies.
All right.
Remember when 3D TVs were supposedly the next
Those
big
fucking
thing?
curved some bitches.
Yeah.
A lot of people still swear by curved.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know have curved TV or curved monitors.
What's the idea behind those?
You don't turn your head as much, I guess. Like when you're looking, your periphery is better.
I
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know because if you have to turn your head, well, so most of the monitors are 21:9, so they're like way wider. But if you have to turn your head, like you're too close to your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you should be able to take the
It's
whole
not
thing
a
in.
problem.
I don't know. They're
I
not
like
for
the
me.
What about
but
the ones that come in the little tube and you unroll them on your wall?
those seem fake and cool. Just the wallpaper one, just the paint.
Yeah.
Just paint it on and then plug it in.
They have that at a store that I do remotes at for work.
The rollable TV.
One of them is like 89 inches, I think.
Wow.
I don't have a wall that big.
Around 15 grand, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like self learns how to update itself. I don't know, he explained it to me somehow.
That's terrifying.
It connects to the Sony database when
Make you toast in the morning after a few years.
It's essentially Weibo from Flubber at that point.
Very sexy voice on Weibo, I remember.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Oh, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
that's what it was.
And TVs. We gotta remember to say the name of our games.
Yeah, good call. That's about it. Amber and I were chatting because
Amber Sparkle.
Amber Sparkle and I were chatting.
Excuse me?
She on the Westworld podcast. She didn't. We had not discussed it previously, and normally we just go first name last name.
Remember our Westeros forecast
Oh, yeah.
gag?
Right.
This
yeah.
is kind of that.
This kind of... Okay.
She didn't have a nom de plume, right? She didn't have. I didn't know if she had like if she wanted me to say her full name or not.
Yeah.
And so when it came around to her, I just made up a last name, which was Sparkle.
Amber Sparkle.
It sounds like a stripper, and whatever.
Sure.
Sure.
It's what it is now.
So Amber Sparkle and I were talking, and
Sounds like a stripper.
we have a copy of BioShock Infinite, BioShock Collection that we really want to play.
Do it.
So that's something that I'm looking forward to.
She said she wanted to play 1 and 2, but did not like the idea of being in the clouds, so did not want to play the third one.
Yeah, she says
Had to
shit
shake.
like that.
Had to shake my head at her.
Yeah,
Maybe
because that one's awesome.
Maybe skip 2.
From what I've heard, if you have the 360 era, whatever we played it on, version of the Infinite, that you should probably do that one. I think it was you that was saying that, right? That the remastered one is kind of clunky and chugged a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah,
said
I
it's
think-
better if you have the original version of Infinite.
Is it Infinite?
I thought it was Infinite to play the original version of Infinite.
What's,
I only played the first 2 on that.
I thought it didn't get
thing.
remastered. Was the thing? I thought it was just that same version.
I think it was
probably
not
right.
remastered and it was ported, and the
also
port
ran
is
like shit.
worse than the original. Yeah.
what console? The previous generation that game came out on.
Yes,
Oh
The
man,
collection's on
current.
Xbox One, yeah.
but the collection,
Right.
collection is on.
And if you
current.
don't want to plug in your Xbox 360, it was far from unplayable. So
that's the thing.
Yeah.
This all totally just reminded me that I still have the copy of Resident Evil on
I'm gonna
Xbox,
ask you about that.
and I needed to give it to one of you. I totally forgot.
I believe it's Eads first.
Sure.
Sure. I'm in no rush.
Yeah.
That's
you
Resident
haven't
Evil
played
2,
that
right?
yet.
2?
Yeah, the remake of 2. Fuck, that's a good
No,
game.
not yet. Did that come out? That came out this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did not get far in that game, but the fucking time I did spend with it, I'm like, this is a great
It's
game.
fucking.
but
It's pretty fucking scary.
too
Too
much
scary?
for me.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'll get that for you. When are we meeting again? Next week.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do see you quite often, though.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd poke my head in and watch you play that.
Yeah.
I'd poke my head in and watch you play that.
Man, just over there dabbing. Just that. Warren's just dabbing
stretching.
away.
I was
Oh,
just
sorry.
stretching.
Just stretching out.
That's all.
You got anything else?
No, that's it. I was just about to sign off.
What about you, Mr. Dabber? What have you been up to?
I'll rattle off a couple quick ones
10,000 video games on this list.
because I finished Wolfenstein
Steen.
2. That's a tremendous
fuck.
game.
We haven't had Warren on the podcast since he finished it.
We don't need to talk about it other than it's a great game.
Oh!
Well, just because we have talked about it ad nauseum in the past.
want-
What was your favorite part?
Do we want to turn this
Who's
into
your favorite
a Wolfenstein
character?
2 spoiler cast?
And why is it super special?
Who is my favorite character? I don't know.
Did you do Handman or Drugman? Fergus or
He did Drugman.
Wyatt.
Wyatt's?
Yes.
Wyatt's.
Good man.
Why?
Man struggled.
Man.
Yeah.
Man really went through a struggle there for a while.
He's not as mean to you as Fergus is, though. Fergus
No.
is pretty mean to you in Wolfenstein 2.
I almost
Wyatt
flipped.
has his issues.
Yeah.
I almost flipped too.
To Wyatt?
Yes.
Or to Fergus, I mean?
Yes. Because I originally wanted to pick Fergus,
Yeah.
but it doesn't tell you who's who when you make that decision in the first one. Like
That's right.
Maybe says a name, or
If it-
I
no,
don't even think it does.
In the first one, it fakes you out because you pick one and then they kill that one. You're like, oh, I said Saint!
that was-
Oh, God damn it!
Either way, I wanted to keep the Irish dude,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
called-
And I thought about flipping, and then Brando talked me out of it. Thankfully,
I
I
think
quite
it's
enjoyed my run through with
kind of choose between jerk off jokes or like LSD trip jokes.
Yeah.
the scene with his imaginary friend that shows up is fucking outstanding.
This is why I wanted you to be the other one, also because I
Outstanding.
wanted to hear what else happened in that game.
Yeah.
Man,
Did
when
we
you say-
did we all play Wyatt?
I played Wyatt.
I also played. Oh shit. We don't
No, you
know
played
anybody who
Fergus.
picked Fergus? I thought somebody.
Sorry, I played Fergus. Yeah, sorry, I picked Fergus.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you wanted him to play Wyatt.
And I wanted to
Yes.
play
Gotcha.
Wyatt. Yeah, sorry.
It all worked out.
That game's fucking great.
That game's so good.
I like the chick's daughter, the fat chick.
yeah,
Yeah, she's good.
I forget
Her coming into her own moment was tremendous.
Her
where
little,
she fucking
little freak out.
chokes the chick and
I am not a Nazi.
stop calling me that.
So
She's
good.
great.
That game is just a series of
Got her some.
excellent moments.
Oh, do you guys need this ship? Yeah, yeah, we do.
I love that she like freaks out and like she has her like her breakdown and her getting over it and her character growth in like 4 sentences.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's like, "I love you, you idiot, but I will get over it
Yes.
and become a stronger person." It's so good.
So, have you played that game, Oliver?
I have not.
Fuck,
game.
you'd love
Oh,
that
man.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did play that first one.
I was skeptical even after playing the first one. I was skeptical of playing the second one because, and I said this to Brand already, because I didn't dislike the first one, but I wasn't like, wow, I need more of that right now.
Yeah.
Second one is
Yeah, that's what these two always say.
really, really good.
And I like that first one. And I played. Did you play it on easy?
Yes.
Like were you blasting Nazis away?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I played it too. I'm like, fuck yeah.
That's how you should play those games.
Like I don't
Totally.
want this to be a challenge at all.
Yeah. I think I played the second one on normal, but it still wasn't
Oh, what a hero!
wasn't that hard.
I played on normal my first time and died a lot.
Yeah.
The courtroom scene on normal, I died fucking 100 times.
Yeah, that
I
part's
died a
really
couple
hard.
times there too.
That game is so fucking good.
great game.
Yeah.
Great
But yeah,
I think
these
you would
guys-
really like
we should
that
do a
one.
year late spoiler cast.
We should.
What's the big fella's name?
Max Haas.
Yeah, I like Max Haas too.
He's good.
That's
And the,
just-
and the pig.
He says his name over and over again, but he actually adds inflection to it.
Yeah.
Like when you walk up to him and he's like drawing Max Haas, like it fucking kills me. That guy's funny.
It's good.
The entire first half of that game, how BJ, and that, like most of that game, where BJ is constantly just like, I'm dying, clever. What's the whatever the lady's name is? Who
Yes.
leaves him? Saying, I'm dying. I need your wings for a little while longer.
Yes.
Fuck, what's her name?
I was gonna say Clementine, but that's not it.
No. That was your Lee voice you were
Yeah.
doing. That's why.
I'm dying, Clementine.
The heist was great too. I don't want to say what it is.
Yeah,
if
no,
OJ
it's
does end up
also
playing it,
good.
but-
The
It's
bar,
also good.
the bar fight where you're like doing shots with the other the rebel leader trying to convince him to join your cause, and there's a gunfight going
Yeah,
on.
one guy's playing the fucking clarinet.
Outstanding game.
Oh, the fucking house.
Yep. Oh,
fucking
the house. Yep. Super Smash.
And when you get to ride that fucking dog too.
I'm just-
Outstanding.
I love
It's
Super
so
Smash
good.
so much. They did Super Smash.
We didn't fight that battle hard enough last
Fucking
year.
space aliens, man.
And that's another thing I said too, is that when that game came out 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
that I wish I would have played it, because it probably would have gotten a lot higher on that list, and it deserves to be a lot higher on that
Oh yeah,
list.
yeah. It's a heck of a ride.
It's a good game. We played some more Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. That's the game.
Getting that's a game.
We're playing like a chapter a week almost.
Yeah.
and that is the
We
right
haven't touched
amount.
in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have a feeling towards it. I don't hate it.
Is it fun or is it like, well, we have this,
I
and
don't-
we'll see
Like
it through?
it is very much a companion to the show.
I was gonna, if you haven't watched the show, do you
Don't
think-
play
okay.
this
Yep.
because it's like
filled with spoilers. It's like the plot.
word for word with character dialogue directly taken from the movie.
Oh,
at
weird.
spots like it's direct companion to it. So definitely don't play it if you Haven't seen the third season.
It very much feels like one of those games that I'm having fun doing the dumb shit with Warren and almost reminiscing about the television show while we play the game. Whereas if you stripped all that away, I don't think that game would be very fun.
Is it just kind of a...
I will stick with it is a bigger, better game than I thought it was going to be when we booted it up.
Yeah, me too.
Like they definitely put more work into it than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a side-scrolling brawler.
Yeah, just something they like banged out
Yeah,
because the show was
exactly.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
But
It's pretty good.
yeah,
It's good to hear it's not.
simple. Yeah.
That's okay.
There's a lot of
I'm a simple man.
the characters work well together too, where they very clearly built them to pair well with one specific other character that has a certain ability. Like one guy can stun, and another guy
does more
plus damage
damage
to stunned opponents.
Oh, okay.
And those two characters are characters that were like together in the whole show.
Yeah.
Which characters are they?
The
Hopper
mom.
and the mom.
Oh, that's what a power couple.
Yeah.
Call them the dream team because
Hell yeah.
We'll just silently as we're because you can just like left trigger, right trigger, like puff of smoke change characters through the whole roster that you've unlocked so far.
Like, well, mid-game, and just like...
Mid game
I'm gonna
while
be
you're
this guy
walking,
now.
just flip, flip,
Okay.
flip, flip, flip.
Yep.
And whenever we're like done doing a level with like all the people that we needed to do it, like you use one guy to hack the stuff, and you do then you as soon as we start
Flip
going to the
right
next
back.
level, just flip back to those two characters.
I'm Hopper. Side note, I was on the complete purchase screen today to buy one of those fucking Hawaiian shirts that he wears in that show.
I would not have blamed you.
I almost did it. And I'm
'Cause he
like, I don't know
wears
if a fat guy can pull it off the way he does, though.
He
I would
wears
say
it.
a fat guy can pull off a Hawaiian shirt better than most.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Who's he called in the show? He's like, it's
I
it's
don't
a something
remember.
shirt.
it's
Yeah.
it's like it's not live, but it's a word like that where he's like it's like it's fashionable,
Yeah.
but he has a specific word that he calls it. It's fresh
Loud
or something.
yeah.
Fresh, yeah, it might be fresh.
It's fresh.
Magnum PI looking motherfucker. It's a great show.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that third season.
it's very fun. I also.
Mm-hmm.
A whole bunch more Apex Legends.
Yeah.
That continues
yeah.
to be good. The challenges are, for the first time, Brando and I have the exact same weekly challenges this week.
Just
kinda neat.
Kind of just happened to
'Cause they have-
come down like that, or
They have like again, it became obvious as we got into the like second and third week that they have like pages of challenges, and those challenges stick together, and then it
Oh,
just
I see.
depends on the week that you get that page.
where you get fucking thrown
yeah,
in.
like it's not just random ones being put together. It's entire list, which I guess they do to make sure you don't get like a damage
one
and
twice.
headshot from the same weapon.
Oh,
Like they're
yeah.
trying to spread out what you do. So
And then the dailies still rotate every day.
Yeah.
Some of them are mean.
yeah,
Like getting fucking 50 headshots with LMGs that you never ever get a headshot with because they're just damage weapons.
and if you do, it's just pure luck. Like you're just fucking spraying and parrying with those
Yes.
ones, and maybe a bullet catches the head, and you have to do that 100 times.
But as Brando said, I think on the podcast, I would assume on the podcast too in the past, it's something else that if you're not winning or doing great in those games, then at least I got a challenge done. That feels like
Yeah.
I'm doing something.
At least you're getting little progress feedback.
Yeah. It feels way more satisfying than the first season.
Yeah.
Like I had already dropped off the first season by now. So
It's kind of there's a very like interesting conversation about how video games used to just be about winning or losing. Like you're just playing
Yeah.
that match,
Yeah.
and that was it. You know, you're just playing Halo. I win or I lose. That's it. And I'm not getting any like I'm not leveling up. I'm not getting XP.
then Call of Duty came along.
And then Call of Duty came along, yeah. And we've like I feel like we've been spoiled ever since. Where now if a game doesn't have that, we're like, this game it's a fun game, but like why
There's
am I
no
playing?
progression.
Yeah, why am I doing
Where's
this?
my level? My character's not leveling up.
So interesting.
I will say, I feel like you've said you're having less problems than I am, but I still think that game has a lot of weird technical issues.
Yeah.
And like known technical issues too that like are on their site about like, yeah, we're aware of it. We just haven't patched it
Like
yet.
what? Give me an example.
So the worst one right now is just not when you're in the game. When you're in the game, it's pretty good, but constantly on the loading screen, trying to get into a match, you're getting bumped back out to the main menu.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's
Is
not.
and is your
like a
buddy
matchmaking.
will Warren load in and it'll
No.
throw you back or just kicks you both?
no.
out?
Used
so
to do
that's
that.
kicking it. Yeah, it used to do that. Now it kicks us both out every time,
At least
which
it
is
keeps
better.
you together, I guess. Yeah.
Because it's not a long process to thumb back in. Like it's basically hit A once to get back to the character screen and hit wide up, ready up.
Yeah.
But still, it's a weird thing, and I feel like lately, more than ever, it's putting me and Warren in games and not giving us a third person.
Oh, that's
which
weird.
is super frustrating. Just
really weird.
because it used to happen every now and then. You'd be like, "Oh, this is kind of fun. We'll just two-man this thing."
Yep.
But now it's happening so often that I'm kind of just shaking my head whenever it pops up.
And usually you just drop where it's hot, and if you happen to make it out, then you're like, well, I guess we'll make a good run at this. And then if you die, you're like, yeah, fuck it, we only had 2 of us.
Because if you don't play Apex, it's teams of 3. You're always in a team of 3. There's no solo queue. There's no duo queue. You have to play as a team of 3.
Mm-hmm. And it's real. That game's tough at the best of times.
Yeah.
It's real tough to go in with 2 men and beat a 3-man squad.
It just feels bad. Like, once in a while, like you say, it's kind of fun of like, yeah, we're going to beat the odds. This is crazy. But, like, if it's happening every so often, it's like, we're starting out at a disadvantage. We don't win a lot as it is.
Yeah.
And we have beaten the odds.
We've done it.
Twice
We
we've done it.
We once won by throwing, 2 grenades?
Without shooting a single bullet, we won a game.
Some might say the
Greatest
most
moment of our
impressive
life.
way to win.
Hell yes.
The Mahatma Gandhi technique.
The other one that is, and I haven't confirmed if it's only when you unlock new music or if it's any time that you try and listen to your music, because like part of this new season is like the menu music and like the load-in music and the drop-in music changes, and they have like specific music for each character that you unlock through the battle pass. Anytime you unlock a new music for somebody and you go to even just select it to make that now your permanent music, game fucking hard locks.
Ooh.
Every
And now it
single
bumps
time.
right out to the Xbox.
And I forget about it every single time.
Without fail.
And I'm like,
actually
sweet
think
new
it's,
music. And it just freezes.
Is it the music too? Because I know for me it happens on the loading screens.
I've never had it on the loading screen.
Oh, that's what it always happens to me when where it's like you got a new loading screen.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Maybe it is that.
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe it is that, and it's the other way. Music is
Crazy that
Yes.
Consistently.
as a known shippable, that seems fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm amazed that maybe
And again-
maybe CERT is not what it was back in our day. Oliver.
well, and that also didn't come
Games
out.
couldn't crash to the XMB.
I don't know what. I guess CERT is still involved with like DLC or updates, but this whole thing was not in the first when the game shipped.
Yeah,
this is something they sent in after.
I don't know.
And again,
I
it's
don't
not
know
the
how
end
it
of the
breaks
world.
down there.
It's not like the game takes forever to load like a Fortnite does on console.
But still, like
It's still like,
It's fucked.
like,
it boots you right out.
Fortnite isn't doing that, to compare it to their direct competitor, right?
Totally.
Like, there's a very similar product that runs very, very well. Maybe you don't want to have these bugs in your game.
Yeah.
Last time I spoke to Brando, he mentioned a story about I guess you had did like 2 things that you needed for your battle pass, but they didn't give you the unlockables or whatever. But they
the
did.
L-Star kills.
Yeah, so that is
or whatever.
because those I looked that one up, and those are considered care package weapons. So they don't even though it is an LMG, that doesn't count towards an LMG because care package weapons have their own set of challenges.
So for a
Some of the
sniper
weeklies.
rifle, wouldn't like the Kraber wouldn't work for sniper.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
I thought that was kind of fucked up, but also totally livable.
It
But
should be
these ones,
specified. Is what
Yeah,
the easy.
that
fix
was a
would
lack
be.
of communication.
Yes.
Where me and Warren were sitting there being like, "What does it want you to do? It seems like it doesn't want you to use this weapon, but that is an LMG, and you were supposed to be getting LMG
Oh, I
kills."
and it also gave you a bunch of like currency too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give you twice as much, I think, right? Was
Just randomly one time.
At any
Like
rate,
1,000, like a lot of
Yeah,
currency.
it was like $10 of money.
bank
Yeah.
error in your favor.
Yeah.
those are the technical bugs that I thought you guys were gonna go into, but like fucking no. It
Since
sounds like
then, we
it's
haven't
worse.
really had any of those.
The
I don't
challenge
think.
ones, no, I think we got them figured out. There's all this new thing that's just popped up that I feel like I started seeing just this Tuesday, is weapons and items like drops that are like loading and unloading into the game. Where you can always pick them up if you look at them. The little thing will pop up that says press X to have, and it'll have the attachments that you can put on the little like kind of HUD window that says hey, pick up this gun and this is everything that goes with it. But the gun will be like almost if you were using like some sort of cloaking on in a first person shooter,
weird.
whereas that shimmer kind of to it, and it'll like this.
Like
and I've had
how the Arbiter used to turn
exactly.
invisible.
It looks exactly like that, and I've seen them like disappear
That's
in
so
front of me.
fucked.
And I had one where I like ran to a backpack that I really wanted and picked it up, and it was on this white blanket. And I picked it up, and there was nothing beside it. And then I went and got something else, and I turned around, and there was just a Peacekeeper shotgun laying right beside where it was, and I was like, okay, I need that too, and that was not there. So
That's weird.
Yeah, well,
it is weird.
Maybe it's not bugs. Maybe it's like, Fortnite, like, they're like, oh, we think the world might, like, Fortnite would put in
Something's
updates that no one
changing.
knew about. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's...
Well, if it isn't, they should
Dimensions are-
they should make it that way now.
Well, and to further counteract that, I had 1 or 2 games that night that I had some problems with that, but other than that, I haven't had a big problem with that.
That's a weird one.
So I don't even know if it's an everyone problem or if it's on a case by case basis.
Yeah,
or if
because it
it's
was
a
happening to
connection.
me a lot the last night
Yeah.
I played.
You hear a lot of stories about how Titanfall was built from a derivative of the Source engine, which is a very old engine. Counter-Strike Source was, I'm going to say like early 2000s, 2001 maybe, or something like that. And the 60-player limitation, we kind of heard rumors, was a Source engine limitation because the engine itself is so, and of course it's not the engine they were using in 2001. It's been changed,
yeah.
yada yada yada.
Updated.
But I guess some parts of, anecdotally, it sounds like some parts of that engine are maybe just so old that I wonder if some of this stems from that. Like the texture pop, they say, is a thing inherent to the Source engine.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, some of that stuff is it's almost like just all put together. It's very frustrating that it seems like they're not fixing the things that are. They're making some smart gameplay changes, like adding hop ups to the bad weapons and make them better. But some of the technical stuff where it's like, this seems like it's getting worse. Where like the big problem with the disconnection is there and they can't seem to fix it. And then for me, some other stuff is happening where I'm like, what is happening? Is this game? It's on fire.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that's a fun game still.
Yeah,
It's a fun game.
Still, you guys are still playing it, so they must
yeah.
be doing something.
Yeah.
Okay. What else have you been up to?
My final thing is kind of news, so I don't know if you want me to do it here. Or do you want to wait?
Do it!
The Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal was today.
I didn't watch it.
Podcast time.
Give me the deets.
It wasn't anything crazy. It was just like I think a 2-minute long video with like a pre-produced video of like just a bunch of action and
You get an XP. per kill?
Metallica, Enter Sandman with like guns popping off on beat and stuff.
Down, 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 down.
Yeah.
Down, down,
I'm a
down,
sucker
down,
for that.
Boom!
down.
They showed off a Juggernaut that shot down a helicopter with a big like spinny rotating gun.
Okay.
One of the kill streaks, like the what I assume is going to be the radar or the whatever,
UAV,
yeah, is like you pull out a fucking drone that you like unfold in your hands and then like let it fly out.
Oh, okay.
That's
it's
all right.
not that big fucking plane anymore.
Nope. And I think one of them was a Spec Ops thing because even though it said multiplayer, like that's technically multiplayer, right? The Spec Ops would be considered multiplayer.
Yeah, maybe.
'Cause you can do it online.
Yeah.
One of them was it very much seemed like a multiplayer thing because it was 4 dudes going into a pitch dark cave with like a Land Rover with a, again, spinny machine gun on it with a light that was kind of hiding.
Like four dudes that seem to be working together
Yes,
in this? Okay.
that were infiltrating this cave that had a bunch of dudes in it that they then turned the fucking night vision goggles on, similar to the original Modern Warfare, and started fucking shooting dudes all over the place.
What if Spec Ops are 4
It is.
players now?
They said that already. Yeah, they said that it would be bigger.
It'd be super cool.
Yeah.
And they have, I know they have a 2-on-2 mode in there that they are, for whatever, that seems to be one of their selling points.
Yeah, which doesn't really do much for me, to be honest. But
I don't know. Sometimes I have one other dude on. Like,
I'll try it.
Yeah, if I have one other friend on who plays Modern Warfare, like, we play Team Deathmatch, we can play this 2-on-2 or whatever.
If it was all actual gameplay in that trailer, it looks incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe they did some doctoring of some sort as they can do in those situations, but
I bet it is because, like, if people are pretty scared now to put
Yes.
out early gameplay footage, and then like Puddlegate from the fucking Spider-Man thing. The Witcher was a big thing when they showed gameplay footage, and then it came out and didn't look exactly like that.
and it ended
Puddlegate.
with a nuke going off, which leads me to think that there's going to be a nuke, which I am stoked about.
I never got a nuke. I'm not good enough.
Never gotten a nuke either.
One time.
Yeah.
Randa watched me do it.
Yeah.
It was a big moment in our department.
said that
I was
story.
watching quietly from the hallway, not distracting him, and I didn't think he knew I was
Randa!
there.
And he's like, what? I'm like, ah! What away?
Didn't want to psych him out.
He's just been working on it for so long that
Yeah.
I was like, I saw like the streak building up, and I was like, oh fuck.
How many? 25?
25.
25 straight. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which, who knows? I would assume it would be that, maybe even more now, depending on how this gameplay works and how fast everything is. But
I mean, if someone gets 25 straight kills, you're probably going to lose anyway. You might as well just let them drop the fucking nuke on me.
Yeah. It's more of a mercy killing than anything.
Yeah.
Just end this.
it just
Take me
looks
out behind the barn.
looks promising. Looks like
Yeah.
Call of Duty is getting back to...
It's the most excited I've been about a Call of Duty in long time.
Mm-hmm.
Since, like, probably Advanced Warfare. Whatever the Kevin Spacey one was.
You should watch that. Let me know.
Yeah, totally.
I am excited, not for the multiplayer, but for the campaign.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think the multiplayer is just going to be a cherry on top, hopefully.
Yeah.
That I'll probably get sick of when I suck at it and stop playing.
Oh,
But
yeah. I'll play for, like, 2 matches and then
Yeah.
never again. But
Yeah.
I hope it's good, because that matters to me, even though
Yeah.
I don't play it.
right,
Anything else, Fiddle?
That is all.
Brittle.
got nothing new. on
Not
top of
a
that?
thing.
Nope.
Stranger Things, little
Watched Jumanji,
The
the newest Jumanji.
Is there a new
With
new
Lauren?
Jumanji?
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
one with
It's
the
out in
rock.
December. The
Like
second one's
like
out
a
in
second
December.
rock? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh.
No, we watched the first rock one.
Okay,
It's
that's a good
totally
movie.
fine.
It's a great film.
It's
Yeah.
totally
It's
really
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
I really like.
It's a very inside
I-
reference to something that Brando said when we were watching it.
Oh,
Because I said, this is a pretty good movie, and he just, I don't know, it's a good film! Okay.
It's like super high voice.
as though you're giving him shit.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I like the original. The original Jumanji holds a very special place in my heart.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Love that film.
And you know what? They did more than I thought they were going to do to tie those in together.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
What
just a
was
couple
the
little.
tie-in? I remember
They-
they did, but I
They
can't.
had.
It starts with the actual game. Like the actual, somebody finds the board game on
Yeah.
the beach, the way it ended.
Yeah.
which then,
And then
like,
they hand it to a
self-morphs.
dude, and the kid is like, board games? Like it's in 96 or whatever. You're like, who plays board games? And puts it on his shelf and then goes back to playing his Street Fighter or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck he was playing.
No, it was something 90. Street Fighter was the future kid, but
Yeah.
it was some.
Was it a real deal video game?
It was
Probably.
so not. Yeah,
I don't remember.
I don't know what the kid in 96 was playing. The
SNES.
kid in modern time was playing Street Fighter 5 and had a big Uncharted 4 poster.
But then the board game, like overnight, morphs itself into
Right,
a
yeah.
video game console
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
that he then plugs in and it sucks him in. And is that a spoiler? The other
the
reference?
Can we talk about?
Yeah.
yes.
It's been
Sure.
out for a full year.
Yes.
If you don't want to hear the one tie-in,
Yeah,
then
good
maybe
call.
skip
So the
forward
first
30
dude that
seconds.
plays it gets sucked in there,
Yeah.
and then 20 years later, these kids find this game again.
And that's Joe Jonas or whatever.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they get pulled in.
Yeah.
And the first kid who got sucked in thinks he's only been there for 3 months, and he's been hiding in a cabin that he says is Alan's cabin. It has Alan's name
Yeah.
carved
Yeah,
on
that
it.
was good. That was good.
Yeah. Alan
Just
Pear.
enough. Just a little
He basically is. He's the modern day Alan facsimile.
Yeah.
He's in the game and the kids find him in there.
But and that was the weird part too, was that like
It's the what year is it, Mo?
Yeah.
the game has morphed so that there needs to be 4 people,
What year is it?
and that they're all playing these different characters, but that's still the same world that Alan lived in, but would have done a different game.
Asking the wrong questions.
So
maybe?
I spent the next day after we watched this thinking about like the implications of time using this thing for time travel.
Yes.
Where like you could rig the lottery by like having someone go in before the lottery, someone
Oh,
go in
shit.
after the lottery, meet
Someone
in the
come back
game,
out in their
tell
come out
them
in
what
your
the
original
lottery
time.
numbers are,
Yeah,
come back in
man,
your
that's the
original
way to
game.
do it.
Like I was driving around just being like, this is like a time machine.
We could change the world.
Jumanji's a time machine now.
Because I forgot you come out at the
Yeah.
original time that you went in.
Yeah.
Just
But-
give that original kid the fucking sports almanac.
Yeah, exactly. All the
Butterfly
sports to bet
effect,
on.
though.
Yeah.
You never know.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
You never know what that might
Good
do.
thinking.
Biff becomes the president.
Yeah, that's bad news. Bad news.
I like the original Jumanji one.
Me too.
Oh, me too.
I remember like that. I remember really enjoying Jack Black's performance in that new.
It was the best.
It was really
That
good.
was a
because
really
it's-
good.
And you know what? That makes me look forward to the second one with it having Danny DeVito in it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
a similar style thing.
Yeah.
Is Jack Black in the second one still or no?
I
Yeah.
don't- Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
wasn't
Because
sure.
they're still saying
Everybody
4 characters in the game.
plus
With
Danny?
more now, I guess.
I don't know.
DLC or something.
Maybe, but I mean, it's different players in those bodies, right? There's Danny DeVito in, I think he's The Rock.
Oh, so he's the one playing the game.
Have you guys not seen the trailer?
No.
I watched it once, I think.
I might have not.
So
I might have not been able
Yeah.
to tell what was going on because I hadn't seen
Oh.
the first one.
Oh, you hadn't seen the
No, this is the first time I had seen it.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that crazy?
Because it was a good movie.
It's not like a
Because it's the
rush
Rock.
out and
That's
see
why it's
it
crazy.
movie.
It's a
Yeah.
Rock movie.
Is that why?
We should have seen a Rock movie earlier.
That's
guess.
how I.
The first time he lands on the ground, he just looks at the camera and does his people's eyebrow.
Yes, the first thing he
It's
does.
so
His first
fucking
appar-
like. And then he rock bottoms someone too.
Yes.
In every movie, I think he rock bottoms somebody.
Not quite everyone.
Yeah,
He
most.
does. He does in Doom. He does in
The Rundown for
the
sure.
Rundown.
But
yeah.
not
Not
Walking Tall.
Yeah.
Because I went in there.
Which
Yeah,
one
Walking Tall.
is Walking Tall the 2x4? Is that the
Yeah.
Rundown? Walking
No,
2x4.
yeah.
Yes.
Walking Tall's in there.
The Rundown was
in the
also
jungle.
really
Sean
good.
William
Oh
Scott.
yeah.
I mean, The Rock's never been in a bad movie.
That's sure.
Doom.
I liked it,
Doom
but it's
was
a
good.
bad
I like Doom.
movie.
Doom
as
was
well.
Doom
It's
was
a
a lot of
bad
fun.
movie.
The Tooth Fairy was pretty bad,
Maybe
I can recognize that maybe Doom's not a masterpiece of cinema.
Hobbs and Shaw looks fucking insanely good.
but
It does. Looks real
It's
good.
right up my alley.
Roman.
It's going to be the crossover that like brings me and Warren together in my love of those big dumb action movies and Warren's love of The Rock.
That's right.
Yeah, he's been advertising or pushing it a lot on his
See that
Instagram.
video with Roman Reigns throwing that club?
Yeah, that was
Fucking
hilarious.
bean the cameraman. in the
Worst
head.
nightmare.
Yeah, you got this, man.
Yeah. Hey, it was just like a thing where like they were trying to get Roman to be like, you really got to make it seem like you're throwing this club. So he fucking The Rock like hauls off and like kind of fake throws it as you would when you're acting, and Roman's looking at the camera and like, just unleashes this thing and actually throws it, and it fucking drills the camera guy in the head.
Well, he's shooting with the cameraman that day.
Yeah.
Roman.
Fucking
I mean, what's the cameraman gonna do? Roman had leukemia at that
cocked
point.
his fist and fucking.
Would he get mad at a man with leukemia? No.
Yeah.
Apparently, they just laughed it off.
Yeah, if I had leukemia, I'd be throwing clubs at every motherfucker that looked at me.
Fuck you.
That's right.
Clubbing left, right, and center.
That's right.
He overcame his. It was a happy ending. Overcame his leukemia.
Right. He's fine now.
Back at her.
He got attacked by somebody on SmackDown this week in what is potentially
Never cared
the
less.
worst thing I've ever seen on WWE television.
You say that.
No.
No,
You
no.
no. You can't
no.
even. You need to see it.
It keeps
Before
mounting,
you say
though.
what you're about to say, you need to see this
Okay.
segment.
I just want to bring up that you
The
say that
camera
almost
cut
every
edits,
week. It's kind of losing all meaning.
No, but it just tells me that it's
Like,
just
I don't
mountingly
think. Yeah,
bad.
I don't think he's not exaggerating.
No,
It's
no, no.
just-
It gets worse
It
every-
is getting
It
worse.
is. It's true.
Yeah.
What happens?
He's like, the interviewer's like, oh,
Should
we
we
got
just-
Roman Reigns, and he's coming down. We got him coming down here for an interview. Oh my God, Roman, watch out! And then a thing falls over.
But it
Doesn't
falls
actually
over
hit him.
half over. Yeah.
There's two very quick and bad camera cuts where it's like,
One of which is like a 1 second shot of what appears to be a GoPro on the shelf going down,
Yes.
which I'm like,
Oh
why'd you leave a GoPro running
someone
there?
has a camera on the
and
fucking
in those cuts, he goes from standing to already laying down, so the thing doesn't actually hit him on the head, and it like hits something that's propped up and like narrowly misses him, and he crawls out of there, and he's like, I'm fine, and then all the doctors are like, we need to check you out. Stop! Let us check you out, Roman.
and like
Please.
they were being so over the top about it for so long that I was sitting there being like, oh, these fucking paramedics are going to turn on him. They're like part of the.
These guys are part
I'm
of
going
the
to
act,
find
right?
it. We're gonna watch it.
yeah,
At the break.
I want to watch
We're gonna
that
watch it
in
at the
the
break.
break.
That's
It's
great.
really bad.
I'm glad
It-
to hear that somehow
Oh,
wrestling at its
man.
worst gets worse
Yeah.
every week.
There
I'm
was just
amazed.
at one point just this triple cut of like bang, 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 where you didn't know what was going on, and you're like, are you just like taking different camera
like-
shots to like so that I'm confused and can't see what's happened?
Whoever was in the production booth like fell over onto the board and accidentally hit
What?
cameras 5 through 8 or something.
And whenever they use the GoPro thing where it's like this unique shot of this disaster occurring, it always takes me back to like the shot of them looking in the crib or the stroller and having the shot from in the stroller of all their heads looking in and me being like, your baby's a camera. Why is there a camera in there looking up?
yeah, it's
I'm amazed that like it gets worse and worse.
it's a good thing. Like starting the TRWL now is awesome because we are
And we're getting in
by,
there.
You can
by
really take
default
over.
better than what is on
Yeah,
TV.
and we're getting in before AEW is.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Fuck them.
suck it,
Apparently,
Cody
we're
Rhodes.
signing Y2J. Apparently,
Y2J's on our show.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
AEW eat your heart out.
Maybe. Somebody's running in.
That was bad. We should take a break and watch it.
Yes, I want you guys to see this.
I got a couple games, and then we'll take a break here.
Here we go.
I finished Real. Did you guys talk about it? I saw the Real Persona ending this week. Went back. Finished.
How many hours?
Like 90 or something. A lot. Too many.
Less than WWE, though.
Less than WWE. That's right. We finished it last week. Got a bad ending. Went back in this week or whatever. I guess this is because we're 2 weeks old. Went back in. Saw the Real ending. It's okay. I don't know.
I feel like it can't. Like, it could have been good, and you would have just not had it in you to like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Not saying I doubt you.
It wasn't
Maybe
bad.
It's not a great ending,
it wasn't bad. It was just. It was what I sort of knew was coming. It was like, oh yeah, it's okay. It's what I thought. It was good to see it. It actually, like, I'm glad that I went back and saw it.
worth 90 hours of play.
Yes. All in all, I enjoyed my time.
Like, if you would have just hit that ending and stuck it, do you think you would have enjoyed that game a lot more?
No.
Okay.
It's like playing Mass Effect and Commander Shepard dies on the
That's a
suicide
fucking
mission.
great ending.
And then you just don't play
It's
through.
a good beginning to a game, too.
The difference is that it is fucking almost impossible to get Shepard to die in that game.
It's true. In Persona, it's
In
really
Persona,
easy.
it's very easy to fuck up.
I'm glad I went back and saw it. But one of the whole points of going back was it was Christmas date. They were like, oh, Christmas is coming. You gotta have a date for Christmas. Like, well, of course I do. I got this detective that I'm working on here. Her and we're gonna spend Christmas
Oh,
together.
right. I forgot about the Christmas date.
So worked on that, and then it turns out when you finish that last dungeon, I was intentionally finishing the dungeon early because I know you have a set amount of time. The game ends at New Year's on 2011 or whatever. So let's get this dungeon done, and then we'll have 3 weeks to just work on our social links to like finish everything I need to do before the end of the game to make sure I see what I want to see from all my friends. When you finish that last dungeon, it just fast forwards you to the end of the game. You're done, which I had no idea. So went back in with the intention of doing this Christmas stuff. Did some of it, and we're like, okay, we better do the grindy part. We better get the stuff done so that we know we can do the fun stuff. And then it totally skipped me through the fun stuff, which was a bit of a bummer. It's an old video game, you know.
Yeah.
How old? Like what?
2006?
6 or 7 or
Okay.
8,
Wow.
like over 10 years old.
Yeah.
Which, I get it. It was a video game where you had to save at save points. You couldn't just save anytime.
Also a video game out of Japan from
It's
2006.
Also, it
or
is,
7.
yes,
Yeah.
out of Japan, so it has that extra to us in North America. At least to me, it is very strange.
Layer of weird.
And it must just be a thing with Japanese games where anytime there's a big decision, they ask you like 10 obscure questions about like, what's your favorite flower? Oh, you chose violet, you get the bad ending. Like, it just asks you the most random shit. How do you like your steaks? You're like, oh, medium rare. Oh, medium rare. That's the bad ending. And just, whoops. And that blows. But Persona 5 is a stream goal this month.
Oh,
so.
God. I asked you, and you said no under no circumstance.
I mean, you can always, except for money.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
No,
No. That's unfortunate.
Absolutely
Speaking
not.
of,
But
speaking
money.
of random
Absolutely
questions
not.
affecting
I
the
can't.
game.
I can't think of. There's no amount of money in the world.
You
$1
should
million.
You should make an absurd monthly goal.
Yeah, $1 million. If we make $1 million this month, I will play
like-
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I feel like 1,000 might be a decent
I wouldn't
number.
do it for it. If you, Warren Barris, gave me $1,000 cash to play Kingdom Hearts 3 over the next like 2 weeks or whatever, I wouldn't do it.
Come on.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't,
Bullshit.
Wouldn't
I
do it.
don't believe that for a second.
Wouldn't do it.
Well, you could
I
do it
would
with
do it.
$1,000.
$1,000
$1,000 Canadian dollars? Wouldn't do it. These American will talk.
It's like double.
It's actually kind
pretty
of
steep.
It's very close. No, fuck that. It's bad.
All right.
I don't even want to get into it.
Three's better than
I
2.
don't want to get into it. 2 is worse than 1.
Colin Hanks.
Who is that?
Tom Hanks'
Hanks' brother? I don't.
He plays Woody.
If Tom were there, maybe. I don't got time for Colin.
Next best thing.
They couldn't get Tom Hanks to voice Woody?
I think
No.
no.
I don't think
Jesus.
Tom Hanks voices video games.
He did.
He probably
in
does,
the video
just
games.
not Kingdom
First
Hearts.
2 video games.
They probably just ripped that
should
out of
fact
the
check
recording booth.
Fact check
That's
that.
probably Colin Hanks.
It could be. And now that I'm saying it, I
Yeah.
wonder if it was.
I think it
Is it
is because
still
he does
Tim
the
Allen?
voice in all the cartoons and stuff, right?
Colin Hanks, yeah.
Yeah, and they got most of the Kingdom Hearts voice actors are the cartoon
Yeah.
voice actors.
Don't tell me Tim Allen's too busy to play.
No,
Buzz.
Tim Allen's on
Tim
the show.
Allen's on, most of them.
Tim Allen's
That's
dude.
Buzz, right?
Yeah.
In Kingdom Hearts as well?
I don't think.
I don't
I
think
honestly
so.
don't think Tim Allen did Buzz in Kingdom
No,
Hearts.
I don't think so either.
No. He is honestly too busy.
Yeah.
He's last man standing.
Tool time.
Yeah.
Tool time 2. Fuck, I played something else and I totally forgot, so I guess it's not that important.
Good.
Put a lot of, I don't know, a lot of auto chess. Probably doesn't matter. Underworks, I mean.
Toy Story 2, which is a video game that I played a lot of.
Yeah.
Jim Hanks was Woody.
Well,
The
whole family
other brother.
getting in.
Wow.
And Tim Allen was Buzz Lightyear.
Hey,
There we go.
And Don Rickles was Mr. Potato Head.
did you know they took all Don Rickles' like VO for video games and movies and stuff, and actually had him voice the character in Toy Story 4?
That's what I heard because he passed away.
He passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know. That's super
Yeah.
terrifying, but very cool,
Yeah,
but
he doesn't.
super
Apparently,
terrifying.
doesn't have a lot of lines. That's what you
To
said.
the point where I watched it and I'm like, oh, cool, they got him to voice stuff. Like, I didn't think that he would be in it.
Must have recorded this before he passed or whatever.
But no, and then Brando said, no, they reworked it.
That's
Did
the
they-
dark,
But
like,
they didn't do it for Mrs. Potato Head. She
the
didn't have any lines.
dark hologram future.
Did they like chop up lines that he already had, or
Yeah.
did
Well,
they?
so the way
have
I heard it, they had
Totally
just
what it was, yeah.
lines.
Hey, Woody, I don't think we should be like, totally made no sense. You're right.
the way I heard it was just they have so much backlog
of like just old
of,
takes
of him, like even just
Yeah.
like spitballing in the studio, and
It's probably like you feed enough sounds into a computer. It's like Hatsune Miku. You feed enough sounds into a computer, you make a Vocaloid of it. You just need a certain amount of bass sounds, and
Yeah,
then
you
you have
just type,
you have
and
a
then-
voice, and then
yeah.
now it's like Don Rickles is selling you credit cards on cable or whatever.
Yeah, it's sort of how they do like the commentary on the sports games, right?
Maybe a little
no,
bit.
I think
Those
the
are recorded
commentators actually
for-
say all the lines.
Yeah, they have like a
Okay,
they have
well,
like a
then
sheet
I'm
of
totally
lines that they
confused.
read.
I'm totally confused at what's going on then.
I mean,
So
in
I thought that's what they
my
did.
head, they just took his old lines. They're like, hey, we need an A sound, a B sound, a C sound, a D sound. They just fed all the sounds in. They're like, now we just have a perfect working, completely realistic
Yeah,
hologram
yeah, it's fucked
replica.
up.
Well, and it can even be jokes they cut, and they're like, we just squeeze this into the next movie.
Yeah.
Just- knows?
That's really interesting though. That's that's
Wasn't-
cool homage to his legacy.
Yeah.
Wasn't Miss Potato George Costanza's mom?
Yes.
Is she not around anymore?
No.
Oh.
She had no lines, I don't think, in that movie either. She was there,
Maybe they didn't have enough.
She did not,
didn't have enough like voice.
unless I was mistaken.
To
I
make
was
her-
waiting for it
her
to see if
robot.
she would be in there for that same reason as Rickles, but I don't think she was in there at all.
No.
Kingdom Hearts 3, Woody, Jim Hanks.
There you
Oh,
go.
I thought it was Colin Hanks.
Is there a Colin Hanks? Maybe the brother.
That's
okay.
the dude who was grown up guy in Jumanji.
I think Colin Hanks
first
is actually
Jumanji?
No.
Tom
No,
Hanks'
in the
son.
one we were just talking about.
Oh.
It could be.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole family. Yeah, Colin Hanks seems young.
Could be.
and- yeah,
Could be his son.
young enough. Yeah, at the end of the
When he's all grown up, the
Jumanji,
first
when
kid
he's
who
all
gets
grown
pulled
up?
into the Jumanji video game
not to
and he's all
not to
grown
keep
up
spoiling.
at the end of it.
Yeah, kind of. I watched that probably a year ago.
Yeah, that's
Very baked.
He's so stoked to see the kids. So
I
stoked.
remember the ending. I don't remember the dude's face.
Tom Hanks' other brother.
Looks a lot like Tom.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I'm,
not- oh, that's
I'm,
not
I'm
him.
thinking of Casey Affleck. Never mind. Never mind.
It's like the
I was-
Hemsworths.
I was about to say Tom Hanks' other brother was in the Ocean's movies.
No.
Nah.
No.
I think that's all I played. Let's go for a quick break here, and we'll come back, do some news, do an email or two on the other side of this musical break. I have to pee. Chad, what have I been
Buzz.
playing all week? I know I've been playing something else like on stream. Oh, The Sinking City.
Was that any good?
We
No,
talked about that last
no,
week.
I
We talked
am.
about that last
last
week.
week.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm ready to render judgment on that game.
You
I
told
haven't.
me not to get it.
Do not get
Yeah.
it. I haven't finished it yet, but it is a fucking. It might be a C- game. It is rough.
A bad game.
A bad
It is
game.
a bad game with a okay story.
I saw the trailer and I'm like, this kind of looks interesting.
Yeah, they have really good CG cutscenes that they fool people with.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I'd probably do it. Can I see that clip, please?
Oh yeah.
You have to wait for each to come back. That's nice to know that if you are an unsuccessful sibling, that you can just do things in lieu of your sibling that when he doesn't want to do
When he
them.
doesn't want to do
It's kind of a sweet gig, actually.
I mean, those Hemsworths are all
He was
kind
a-
of standing on their own.
Apparently in Forrest Gump, too. Which is weird. Colin Hanks. Not Ganks.
It feels not like a Thursday because we're doing this.
Yeah. Whenever you're doing it on a
The
weeknight.
little internal between that and having the weekend off, my clock is way off. Apparently, Colin Hanks is not a real person.
IMDb is horrible for that information.
Which is weird because they should
where
be like
you would
the place.
Want to go. Yeah, eldest son. Yeah, Colin is the eldest son. That makes sense then.
Where is the Roman?
Do you want to turn the mics off so it's not on the stream so we don't get fucking flagged?
Oh, we're not gonna. We probably are gonna get flagged. Give you the live. Wow. Wow. Oh.
There's the cameraman.
This news anchor is really selling it too. Where is Roman?
He's right there. He's fine.
Oh, he's just sitting there. He's just sitting beside it. Try not to move as he stands
Now,
up.
you guys let me know when you think the paramedics are going to turn on him.
This does seem like they're going to turn on him. We've got to check him out. Yeah, this is weird. It looks like they're reaching for him as though they're about to do a spot almost. Looks like they're like about to lock up.
Now you've seen it.
Fucking wrestling. Holy.
Oh, you've seen it.
Never been better.
How's everybody in the chat doing?
We still don't know who did it. That's the beauty of it. It could be anybody.
The beauty. He probably did it himself. He just tripped. Oh, the thing fell over beside him. I saw someone say this was their first time. Oh, Natacrom says, awesome finally seeing what you all look like after hearing the podcast so much.
Is it?
But yeah. don't meet your heroes. Oh, man.
Is that a new fan or what?
No, Natacrom's been here forever. Been listening for years.
Been here for years.
Oh, don't call it a comeback. Well, gentlemen, should we do some news? A lot of Fortnite news this week. I know it's your favorite.
Oh, good.
Yes, I know you all love Fortnite. Big smiles.
Put your Fortnite faces on.
Fortnite.
Let's talk about some news. Warren's flossing.
Here we go.
It's pretty good for not standing. That's not bad.
I can't do it.
There was I will always until the day I die remember the day that Brandon Lynch taught me to floss. Step by step, you get the arms going or get one arm going and then add the second one in. That's
did that for me last weekend. I still can't
it's
do
the
it.
method that Brando taught me. It's the method I still use today. Damn it.
It's about adjusting your curriculum for every student.
Yeah, it's what makes him such a great teacher.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
Speaking of Fortnite, the Fortnite World Cup was this weekend. 10 I gotta look up how much. I'm gonna say $100 million in prizes for this first season, 40 million of which were saved for this title. Let me verify that number. Yes, $100 million, which is bonkers. The International, the Dota tournament, which very famously has the biggest prize pool of any esports tournament ever every year. It only has 30 million so far. I mean, it's still counting. There's still time.
Yep.
But the Fortnite World Cup, 40 million in prizes. I just pulled some winners here because we're
Hit me
not
with
going
some
to Fortnite.
stats. I want
Sure.
some figures, Matt. I can't wrap my head around this.
Okay, this is a 16-year-old. His screen name is I think Bugga or Booga. He won the solos competition. 3 million cash. That young man took home at 16 years old. $3 million he just won himself.
My dad posted this article on Facebook and said, "Turns out my only failing as a parent was telling my kid to turn off his video games and do his homework."
There's like all sorts of stories about how like Booga won more than
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, yeah, at whatever tournament.
Golf,
and, like,
tennis, and what was the other one I read to you? There's another one.
It's good. If you want to like really,
It's crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, that is kind of
It was two
crazy
golfers, I think.
perspective.
Two golfers.
Yeah.
that's crazy. But how angry people who don't like video games
Oh,
get
yeah.
at that is even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, TSN posted something about video games today, and I went through the comments, and it was,
It was like
"Fuck you guys! This isn't sports."
yeah, it was like a year ago when
And like TSN even responded like esports. And, like that doesn't count. It's not real sport. They're not athletes.
it was
They
when,
should make an account called ETSN and just post
Sure.
fucking
yeah.
all that shit.
Remember when Jason What's His Fuck had me on the radio last year?
Called you.
I remember.
Sorry, remember when John What's His Fuck had me on the radio last
That's
year?
better.
That was the same thing. We're like, even like sitting in the
I
studio,
know.
they're like, "Hey, we've been getting lots of calls. We probably won't take any. People don't like this. We're not going to do this video game day thing
I
again."
could smell that from a
Oh, yeah.
mile away. That's
And
why I
even just
texted you.
sitting
I was
there,
like,
no fucking
head
shit.
on a fucking swivel, bud.
Yeah,
Called you Mike.
called me Mikey.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Is that on TSN?
Is that what he,
Yes.
it was? Whatever his
Was it
show
on
was. Yeah.
TSN? Yeah.
I was just in the Bear
Let's
studio.
go, Gregor. I couldn't remember if it was Gregor or Jason.
No.
It was Jason Gregor, Jason
East Coast
Strudswick.
Jason.
Yeah, Strudsy and who's electrical. I fucked up in his house.
I talked about that on the radio this week.
Yeah, whoops. He didn't know it was me at the time because they didn't know my name. Psalm, who's
Still don't.
Psalm was he was a former Heroes of the Storm player, so glad to see he found working somewhere else.
Yeah.
He won himself 1.8 million bones. And then the last one I pulled, a young man, 13 years old, named King from Argentina, I believe, won himself $900,000.
From Argentina?
Yes.
Fuck,
As
he is a king in Argentina.
As
now.
yes, as a 13-year-old in Argentina, 900,000 American dollars is I
He's
can't
now
even
Prince.
imagine how
Yeah,
much.
he's no
Prince
He's
King.
actually president of Argentina now. It turns out. Yeah, so I guess just a couple. You know, with the international being as big as it is, and esports being as big as it is,
Where does this money come from?
Epic fronted $100 million for this first season of Fortnite esports.
God,
And I mean, they
Pennies.
must make it up. I would assume through advertising and whatnot. But
sure.
Yeah.
It gives you an idea of how many people are watching. That,
Oh, yeah.
that they can front this prize money and know that it is a good investment.
yep, this is the most watched thing on Twitch ever.
People, it blows people's mind. People who know me, one of the biggest things that I can say to blow their mind is I do not watch any esports. Because they're all just like people who aren't into video games are just like, but you love video games. How do you not watch the best video game players? And I was like, I have no interest.
Yeah.
We had two nights 3 months ago where we watched us some motherfucking Overwatch.
We did watch a little
And
bit of
recorded
Overwatch.
all of the rest of the Overwatch
And then never went
watched
back.
it.
Yeah.
You find, I don't know. You gotta find what you're into.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it's like the inverse of sports. Like you don't play hockey now, but you like watching hockey. If you played hockey, well, you might
I mean,
still
I
like watching
played hockey.
Yeah, but
but
not right now.
no.
Did you watch hockey when you played hockey?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
Yes.
my argument has no water.
Yes.
I understand it though. It's like I don't watch games that I play. The only esports I watch are like StarCraft and,
Sure. Yeah.
and some other games that I don't even play.
Yes.
League every now and again.
No, there's nothing I follow.
No.
No.
Might find something one day. You never know.
I think if I was going to watch anything, it would be Rocket League.
Auto chess.
Yeah,
And I
professional Rocket League. I think would be amazing.
yeah, but
I watched some of that, like 10 minutes of it one time because I logged on to Rocket League and it's like, we're live right now.
It's like
Sure.
it just makes me want to play Rocket League.
It's just
But
like
it also makes me feel horrible about myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm fucking horrible. I thought I
Never-
was getting good at this.
never in my life.
Nope.
Like, it's
Nope.
like regular sports where I think you get invested eventually and find a team, and then
Yeah.
you kind of don't give a shit what's that. You're just cheering for your person, whoever it is.
Right.
And,
But
when Canadian StarCraft, when Scarlett was the best StarCraft player, when she won, when they won IEM Katowice, and Canadian StarCraft was best StarCraft in the world.
What a time to
I
be
got
alive.
way into StarCraft and haven't got out since.
I'm kind of the same in that I don't really watch anything, but I think it's rad that this stuff exists and
Yeah.
it's gotten to where it has
Yeah,
because
yeah, that's
I
cool.
bet you as a kid I would have been fucking all over this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool to have that option and for it to be as big as it is and
And as lucrative, right? Like,
Yeah,
then
with the money.
then like it's not even a joke where parents can encourage the kids to be play video games. It's actually a legit
Parents
thing.
are pulling kids out of school to homeschool them so that they can get their 4 hours a day in on Fortnite to train.
It's
I don't necessarily think that's a good idea, but
Hey, if it winds up winning $3 million, that seems like a damn good idea.
and that's one in however many people actually do it.
You never
but-
know.
It's the same crazy people who pull their kids out of school because they're going to be NHLers and they just play hockey all day.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
And
we compare the
Woods
crazies
does.
to the
ruins
crazies.
people's
and-
lives trying to turn their kids into pro athletes. And
There's still, at least with video games, there isn't that parental pressure of like, well, I almost made the show. I could have been. I'm
that's
good
true.
enough to be there.
No.
I mean,
Give that
soon,
20, 30 years,
couple
though.
generations.
Actually, our generation, I'll probably say that to my kid. If this shit was around when I was a kid, I probably
Could
could
have
have.
been a fucking Rocket League pro.
Fucking son of a bitch.
Get back in there. Give me not till you get 5 more goals. Speaking of Fortnite, there's a new season coming. They've added mechs. They've added Titanfall style mechs, which fall out of the sky. And I pulled the story because it kind of seems like I always thought maybe Apex might one day add the Titans back to Titanfall.
I
do you
think
think
they might.
Do you think they did? Do you think it was a shot at Titanfall? Yeah.
Oh, I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And like it fits in with there because they're doing like a big giant like Zord robot fighting a monster. Like it fits with what they're doing, but I totally think it was a shot across the bow. A little bit at the very least. Just the way they like fly in from orbit and
Titanfall or Apex is not ready for Titans to fall.
no, the game would super crash. I don't know. It's Siege 2. They got missiles. Looks like a Metal Gear. I don't play Fortnite, so I don't really understand the nuance of it, but they look cool. They look like Diva, kind of.
Sure.
The Diva mech. Nintendo, that's a company that we've all bought products from, except for Oliver. Apparently, they are now fixing the very, very common Joy-Con drift issue for free, even if your Switch is out of warranty, which is amazing because my Switch is out of warranty, and boy, does my Joy-Con drift like a motherfucker.
Hell yes.
Apparently, this came from Vice Gaming, or Waypoint, as they
Allegedly obtained.
allegedly obtained an internal memo from Nintendo. I don't know why. There must be some. I guess you like protect your sources of like, here's the picture of the memo, you guys. I don't know why they didn't verify it, but apparently the memo from Nintendo says, quote, customers will no longer be requested to provide proof of purchase for Joy-Con repairs. Additionally, it's not necessary to confirm warranty status. If they request a refund for a previously paid Joy-Con repair, confirm the prior repair and issue a refund. So if your Joy-Con is drifting, like many of that original ones are, show of hands here, who has a drifting Joy-Con? I do. My left one goes real bad.
I just bought mine, so I'm sure I'm not far away from it.
Yeah.
I have a drifting Xbox controller, but they're not doing shit about that, eh?
Yeah, that
My
sucks.
Joy-Con drifts to the left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So does mine.
Mine drifts up.
Oh, that's I've never heard of being up. That sounds worse.
Does. Pissing in your own face.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay, I thought we were talking about controllers.
No, we're talking about
guys.
dicks.
Penises.
Okay, apparently if you previously paid for a dick repair, a Joy-Con repair. If you've already got it repaired and they charge you, apparently you can call and get a refund, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And it sounds like this might all come off the heels of a class action lawsuit that was shaping up against them.
Mine goes, like I said, it goes up, and it has made it impossible to make Mario Maker levels.
Yeah, mine goes to the left, and it has made it impossible to like do anything with it. Play Mario or make Mario or.
Is it like an aggressive drift or?
mine's
I feel like it's
bad.
getting worse too. Where mine's like I can like tap it down and it'll reset it for like 10 seconds,
And then
it'll fucking kick in again.
For some reason, I find if I snap mine onto the Switch, like put the Joy-Cons on, it doesn't drift. But as soon as I take it off and sit it in front of the Switch, then it.
Mine definitely drift while they're on there too. So
yeah, they're bad. It seems like that entire first run of Switches
why
all
was
has
this
that problem.
internal? Why was this an internal memo? Why isn't this something that you would just put out to the audience and say, "Hey, if your fucking things are drifting, send them in. We'll send you back."
Because you don't want to do any more than you have to, right? And as soon as the public knows, like, hey, even if maybe you just want a new Joy-Con, maybe your Joy-Con's getting a little worn, I can see why you don't publicly put it out there.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know now that if you phone, they should almost no questions asked. Like, yep, we'll I don't know what they do. Probably send you a box and you send it away and it comes back or whatever. But,
Sure.
It's good that there's an avenue out there now for repair. This loot box thing. Remember Battlefront 2 sort of blew up loot boxes for everybody, and the States and the UK government started looking at them. We had that incredible hearing with the EA representatives who talked about surprise mechanics and how quite ethical they are.
Oh, legend. That man.
Yes. It was a lady, but yes, legendary. Apparently, the UK has decided their ruling. They have decided that loot boxes are not considered gambling. The chief regulator of which is an amazing title. The UK's chief regulator of gambling has said that loot boxes are not considered gambling, even though he does have significant concerns about them. He specifically calls out FIFA's Ultimate Team and card packs, and apparently because it's legalese, but apparently because there's no direct cash value, because I can't take my FIFA card player that I opened and sell him for whatever amount of money. Apparently that does not constitute gambling, even though there's a black market for this stuff, and even though this stuff is traded legally for cash.
Right.
Doesn't count as gambling
because it's not a across the board value. It's just
because,
whatever anyone's willing to pay.
Yeah, because there is no direct way to cash it out to money.
Right to check the cash.
Like a big old greasy loophole to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is.
Has anybody ever compared these loot boxes to say the shit that comes out of Kinder Surprise or those bubble machines?
Why
or
EA in their press conference called out all those things about how the customers actually really love surprise mechanics.
Yeah, those mystery packs for
LOL.
Yeah, LOL
surprise
dolls
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And what about even hockey cards and stuff?
Yeah. All that was brought up in EA's we've been doing this for years. We think it's fine.
And
it's very different.
The world's been doing this for years. Yeah.
It's very, very different. It is.
It's kind of the easy of accessibility is a big part of it. Totally. I think where it's these hockey cards a kid can't fucking go and buy 1 million of them. Yeah. With their parents' money.
You don't assume that a child has unlimited access to their parents' credit card when they go into a store to buy hockey cards. You can very reasonably assume they might if they are buying online transactions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like devil's advocate kind of time here.
I did this exact same thing on the podcast where this came out.
Did you?
Yeah, where I was they are kind of the same.
That's a parent thing. That's a parent issue.
They are, but you're getting real physical things in these. You're getting physical cards. You're not the FIFA Ultimate cards are good for 1 year and then they expire.
Sort of sucks.
You cannot use your FIFA Ultimate cards from last year in this year's game. Buy some new FIFA Ultimate cards.
Yeah.
And they also kind of, in a way, make your team better.
Totally.
It's not a direct pay-to-win thing, but
I think in the Ultimate
if you get a Lionel Messi card, then you get a 99 overall guy. Yeah. It's going to make your team infinitely better than other teams that don't have that guy.
Yep.
It is pretty pay-to-win.
Totally, 100%. It is absolutely. I mean, but
it's not a guaranteed pay to win at the same time.
So is collecting hockey cards in that same way.
Because if you get a Wayne Gretzky rookie card, then you're gonna have millions of dollars.
I don't like it at all. I think it is totally it is a lot different as well because there is a lot of time, effort, and money put into I don't know what the word for it is, gamifying loot boxes. They much in the same way
presentation
casinos and slot machines are meant to suck you in. Loot boxes are meant to do that to children, to kids, people who do not and can't
people
be expected
like
to.
myself who are young at heart.
Totally. I mean, we kind of have no one to blame. We should have the mental faculty maybe to get ourselves out of that. But I mean, kids playing Fortnite, it's ridiculous to think that someone in grade 2 is going to realize what is happening.
It's always a button press away.
It is, totally.
Yeah.
It's casinos for children. And we have decided that children cannot go in casinos for a reason. But apparently it's fine in loot boxes. Or so says the UK. Anyways. I'm sure we'll hear more on this story.
We haven't said anything about it.
What does the UK know?
I am sure we will hear much, much, much more about this story. But, I mean, precedent is set in a way where...
I will die, and this will be EA's legacy to me.
Totally.
Is this whole loot box thing, starting with Battlefront, where it was just, unbelievable, shocking. Clutching my pearls.
Last, I got a real short story here. Super Mario Maker, they doubled their course upload limit from 32 to 64.
Hot diggity damn.
Hell yeah. They said there's...
I made 2.
Yeah, I think I've made 3. Mm-hmm. They said there's one more increase coming. We don't know how much. It could maybe assume it'll double again. Or go to 65. Maybe it just increases by 1. But one more increase coming. We don't know how much. And then here's Here's like, don't read too much into this. I don't even buy this.
Go ahead.
But I played GTA Online. That's what I fucking played that I was forgetting to talk about.
Anyway, what happened on GTA Online?
I'll talk about that next week. So the casino update came out. It's not very good.
That's sad.
There's some artworks in there that you can buy for your place or whatever. It's artworks out of The Bully. Remember The Bully? You remember Rockstar's The Bully?
Fantastic.
It was like GTA in middle school. And so this is sort of, people are trying to draw the lines that don't exist, and there are some weird dots
Instead of
in them.
just accepting the connection of the past Bully being one of these people's games,
No,
they are immediately saying this must be a
oh,
new
it's a new
game.
Bully! Oh, they're singling a new Bully!
When I read this, I thought your skepticism was that this stuff was related to Bully. I didn't realize that you were just saying that it doesn't mean that there's another one. It's just saying that they remember this game that we made a while back? Here's some stuff from it.
I think it is just, yes, the Rockstar legacy.
Gotcha.
But there are some dots in some weird places, and people are breaking them into Morse code, and
Of course.
and there was a oh, it was just one of the paintings. It's called Canis Canem Eat It, which is the Latin for dog eat dog slogan of the Bully.
Great game. I enjoyed Bully.
Yeah.
I like that game a lot too. I like going to class.
You should play Persona.
When I first read this on the paper, you guys, it said Internet Cooks. And then I don't really understand what's going on here.
Kooks.
And then, yes, as you started vocalizing what you were trying to put
How do
down
you
here.
spell kooks?
I don't know.
I
think it's a
actually
K,
didn't even
isn't
think
it?
about that.
Yeah, it might be a K.
K-O-O-K-S.
I
Yeah.
think.
Because, you're right. Internet Cooks.
Internet Cooks.
Oh, shit, the Internet Cooks think
That's
the
you.
sequels on
Like,
the
yeah,
way.
you.
Yeah, you cook things.
Yeah.
You're a cook, man.
So we'll see. We don't know what Rockstar's working on, but look at Red Dead 2, right? They play everything super close to the
Fucking more
chest.
Red Dead.
It has to be another Grand Theft Auto would be next
Maybe.
for them,
Unless
Oh.
maybe they're taking a few years to work on the Bullies.
Story stuff, Red Dead.
That doesn't make money. That's not
Fucking-
GTA Online.
like,
What do you
do
mean?
Please.
Do they ever do story DLC in Rockstar games?
Yeah.
They did, like The Lost and the
Undead
Damned.
Nightmare. Does that count? Ballad of Gay Tony is
Ballad of
definitely
Gay Tony.
story DLC.
Oh, I forgot about that game.
None for GTA 5, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like, they have the heists, which are online.
Yeah, they
but-
did all multiplayer stuff.
They're not really story,
Well,
I guess. But.
wasn't the casino thing was originally supposed to be a story DLC
Yeah.
that they just worked into an online thing instead?
Yeah, it's real fast. It's just some casino multiplayer games. Like, you can play blackjack with your friends. It's just like the poker in Red Dead Online and Red Dead 2 Online, in that it is so fucking slow of, like, I don't want to wait 2 minutes a hand of blackjack, just like I don't want to wait 4 minutes a hand of poker. And I don't think those games are great, but if you want to go spin a slot machine with literally only one line, which makes the fucking most boring slot machine in the world, of like, you're trying to get 3 bells or you don't win shit, that's all in there for you.
They did a bad job of the surprise mechanics.
Bad job indeed, yes. And there's no poker in GTA Online Casino, which seems like an odd exclusion. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address where you can write in some electronic M's, or you can drop on our subreddit r/talkingreckless. I have 2 emails this week. One comes from Meet Reality. He says, recently we all had the Let me start again. Recently, we all had the pleasure of experiencing Matt go through the 7 questions event, the 7 stages of grief, I believe he means, in Persona 4. Is there any other games that have left such a bad taste in your mouth after a lackluster or poor ending? And he specifically calls out Half-Life 2 Episode 2. You're crazy. Half-Life 2 Episode 2 had a fucking awesome ending. It just didn't have a continuation.
I feel like there's 100 of these and I can't think of any.
Good
Mine is
games
not gonna be
soured by endings.
a video game, but I'm definitely going to say Game of Thrones.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a game, but yes, like we could do lots of TV
I mean,
shows.
it's
Dexter,
the
we
game.
can
Yeah.
go down the whole fucking. I really enjoyed it, but I bet a lot of folks might say Mass Effect 3. I know a lot of people.
That was
didn't
the first
care
thing
for
that came to
ending.
my head, but then I realized it was purely everyone else didn't like it, and I actually didn't mind it that much. So
I totally was okay with it. And I think I actually finished it after that update, so I kind of didn't even know better.
Halo 2. Halo
Is that
2
no
is
good?
like the ultimate example of this I can think. The ending of that game was you show up, there's a huge space battle they set up. It is the most amazing, it's giant, the biggest set piece in the game, giant ships, and Master Chief shows back up, and they say, Master Chief, what are you doing here? And he looks at the camera and says, sir, finishing this fight. And then the credits roll, and you had to wait 2.5 years for Halo 3 to come out. And they didn't even let you finish the fight! It picked up fucking a year later or whatever.
the fight was still going on.
God damn it.
Metal Gear 5. is another good one.
Oh,
Fucking
that's
just a letdown.
So I didn't finish
You
Metal
guys didn't
Gear
even
5.
see the ending, you cowards.
I got to like the first ending,
the Jeep ride.
the Jeep ride, and
Oh,
boy, did that
gosh.
piss me off.
Yeah.
I've been really, really wanting to play that game again from start to finish. Start
It's a
to
great
fucking
game.
act 2.
Plays very well.
Oh, I know.
The Metal Gear part of it's not very good.
Yeah.
There's got to be something.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like this happens to me a lot, where I'm like, God, if they would have just stuck the landing.
Good
I'm the
games.
opposite. I feel like because I can't think of anything that I don't know if I have one.
Yeah. I feel like I like
I looked up
happen
a
to me all the
list
time.
of the top 10 via IGN, and I haven't played any of these, but Far Cry 3 is on there.
For endings?
Yep.
I don't remember hating the Far Cry 3
Doom
ending.
2,
I didn't play Doom 2.
Final Fantasy 8, Diablo 3,
I don't even
Would
know if I
disagree
played
with that.
the
Did-
real ending.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
No way.
This,
No,
I don't
that's
know.
a fucking great ending.
I don't know what list you're reading, but I don't think these
Half-Life?
apply. No, the ending of Half-Life is fine.
I
Yeah.
just didn't finish it.
Mass Effect 3,
Yeah, there you
okay.
go.
That's
and
fine.
Borderlands at number 1.
What is the list you're reading?
It
Disappointing
is
endings?
It's a bad list.
Also,
10
it's-
bad endings in good games.
It's on IGN.
Come on,
It's
yeah.
on. It's on fucking. It's a top 10 list on IGN. What do we expect?
I mean,
used to-
number 2 was a game that you said.
Somebody had to fart that out in 10 minutes on a Monday morning for their 83 articles they have to put out
I
every
used
day.
to live by IGN.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know. It sucks.
Yeah. I was going to say Red Dead, but that wasn't a bad ending. It was just a weird
Yeah.
ending.
Red Dead 1?
Yeah.
I'm also, like Brando, I feel like I'm going to go home and be like, oh, god damn, there's so many of these.
You know what?
How about Hitman? Sorry, Hitman. How about Detroit?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, I see that.
Sure.
If
For
it goes,
some
if it
people.
goes wrong, sure. I'm gonna say Red Dead because I had no sort of real connection with John Marston, so that last part was just like fuck, and this is a slog.
Red Dead 2?
Yeah,
Or
Red
what?
Dead 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that ending.
It
It ruined the game for you?
it
left a
didn't
bad
ruin the
taste in your mouth?
game, but like if we're just shooting off games here, because like I really like Arthur and I liked that story.
I like the change. I like when John writes in Arthur's journal and is just a clumsy idiot. What saw a bird?
That's another game I want to restart again from start to finish.
So good.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. Not good enough for us though.
Alan Wake?
Yeah. Okay. Much in the same way that Half-Life Episode 2 didn't
Gone
have a
Home.
continuation. You didn't like the end of Gone Home?
didn't like the
That's
end of
all
Gone
the
Home.
end of Gone Home is all the ending. What?
No, I loved Gone Home until the ending.
You thought it was like a creepy murder,
And
and then you learned it was just a.
then I think it was. I didn't. I was happy that they swerved me. I didn't like that they swerved me to be like, I'm just out of town.
Yeah, it turned. out
I
to be-
just caught a train.
It turned out to be literally nothing.
Yeah.
It turned out to be like, oh, these two have this like blossoming relationship, and actually everything's very nice.
And I specifically want to say Gone Home because it is a good game that the ending really left a sour taste in my mouth. Like I look back on that game and I'm like, that was a good game still. I enjoyed my time with that game. But boy, I remember the last few minutes of that game being like, this is how it's going to end, eh? All right. At least I didn't spend a lot of time in this.
The
Would have rather answered 7 questions.
John Cena not being in WWE 2K19.
yeah.
There
It
you
wasn't
go.
at the
That's
end,
true.
but it
Well,
fucking
but you
ruined the
didn't-
whole game.
You didn't know until, well, I guess you did know pretty early. Yeah.
How did Journey end? Did Journey end with you like looping back around to the beginning? You're like, oh, I was making my way to the hill to slide down the hill to climb up the hill again. It does, right? I think it's like an
don't
infinite
remember
loop.
that.
I remember being so underwhelmed with Journey. I remember the world being so in love with it, still to this day. You're like, it's the greatest multiplayer experience I've ever had. Like,
Nah.
it's barely a video game.
Fallout
Yeah.
3?
What's
Oh,
the
wait.
ending of Fallout 3?
Fallout 3 had a great
Liam,
ending.
Liam Neeson and
Yeah. You piloted
That's
Patriot Prime or something?
that
And
big fucking mech.
yeah. Oh, Patriot Prime.
Asura's Wrath.
Liberty Prime.
What's wrong? The ending of Asura's
didn't-
Wrath makes it.
I had to, no, you had to buy the
It's
good
true.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
which
good
I
call.
didn't.
Yeah.
Is it? I wonder. I don't even know where it leaves off without the DLC, to be honest.
You meet the golden spider.
Oh, yeah, he just shows up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fucking brutal.
Yeah.
You're right. You're like, who the fuck is that? Oh, I guess it's over.
Yeah.
This specifically says Fallout 3 because you give those 3 choices at the end, and no matter what you choose, you get the exact same thing.
Oh, Mass Effect.
Yeah, right.
And that if you have any side quests left, you can't do them after the game's done.
Persona 4.
There you go.
Hey, do your
Kingdom
fucking
Hearts.
side quest before you finish the game.
I thought
That's
I
my
was.
PSA.
I thought I was. I was taking pains to do them. Alex also wrote in. Says, hey, TR crew and guests. I've been binge watching urban exploration videos on YouTube as of late, and I realized, dang, do I like watching people do some risky shit without putting my own self in danger. What are some hobbies you guys would like to try, but have never attempted to do to fear of your own personal safety, or just a general inaccessibility to opportunities to get to it?
Urban exploration is pretty cool. Have you guys ever seen any of these?
Is it like it's like ghost cities and shit?
They just go into like abandoned like places
So, this is like morbid.
in cities.
Because I don't want to see anyone die, but I don't get any thrill from watching a video because I know they don't die.
Sometimes they do. sometimes
No,
sometimes they
I
do.
usually don't stumble across those, but like on a YouTube video when it's urban exploration, they're doing like
And it's, like,
flips on a
edited.
building, and I'm like, oh, this guy's fine. Otherwise, this
I
isn't
see what you
going
mean.
up.
I see what you
Like,
mean. You're thinking more like parkour maybe than like
I'm talking about anything
I'm
life
thinking,
risking.
Like,
Like,
you see like those videos of like the people who do get lost. They like find cameras in the Paris catacombs of people who do go down there and get lost and end up
Oh, I don't know.
like
I mean,
stumbling
danger
or
doesn't
dying.
necessarily have to be life-threatening, though, either. It can just be like,
injury.
you don't know who's in there. They could punch you in the face,
Yeah.
or you could fall and break your leg, or...
I just feel like I never see them.
I'd like to go skydiving sometime. That's kind of my
I'll go skydiving.
yeah. I think I.
Ooh, that's wild.
That's more accessibility.
I talk a
than-
big game, but I think once I get up in the plane,
Fuck
I might
that.
be like,
Oh, wait, then you're committed.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I need someone to push me
Well,
once I
if
get
you're
up
strapped
there.
on, like if you're doing it tandem,
Yeah,
then you
which
don't
we
have a
would do a
choice.
tandem. So.
Well, yeah, I would have to. For
Just
my
the
first
dude
jump or
you
whatever.
go with him. You can't opt out at that point.
I think they let you, like, they're very clear that when you get to the edge that you have to push off.
Do it yourself.
Yeah. So that you
Oh,
can't
Push
freak out
me!
at them.
Yeah, or
Just
have
do
some sort
it!
of a medical
Just
episode
do
or
it!
something.
So I would totally skydive. I never have been doing it. I don't think I'd have
You
a
guys
problem
should
with
go.
it.
Have you been skydiving?
No.
What?
I
You just want to live vicariously
yeah
through us?
yeah.
I would go.
Yeah.
I'd be cracking
We should go
jokes the
one
whole
day.
time because
Yeah.
I'd be nervous.
It's like watching a horror movie.
Yeah.
You
These-
just fucking make jokes about
Yeah.
how we're gonna die.
ties you to another dude or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, you smell great. It's my first time.
Can you hold my beard?
You probably have to get a braid for that.
Yeah, I'd have to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be all flying up in my face.
Yes, I always have wanted to go skydiving, but I've never wanted to go alone. So
Yeah,
I'd like to
There you
try.
go, boys.
maybe we'll make it happen.
Like to try a Chinese wave pool.
fuck yeah,
It's too
in there.
dangerous. Too dangerous, dude.
you might get more than you're bargaining
That's
for.
crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm all about. I feel like I'd do
Listeners-
okay in there.
Listeners of Tron, I think that was it. Was it Chinese Wayful in
Oh,
Tron?
we brought it up a couple times. We threaded it.
I think we like
it in both?
It was an insider every time after Tron that people will be like, "What the fuck do they keep
What is
bringing
a
up?"
Chinese Wayful?
Hey, it's in the news. People will know. And if they don't know, just Google it and it'll pop
There
up.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody died or we're terrible.
There
A
were
lot of people
numerous
got
injuries.
hurt, but it did not say any.
44.
No deaths. No deaths. Except for Harley Race. That man
Bless his
died.
soul.
Yeah. I don't know. There are kind of no super dangerous hobbies. I'm a very
I like-
milquetoast kind of dude, you know.
The cave exploring stuff.
Spelunking?
Absolutely not.
But not to do myself.
Oh, I see.
Like if we were talking about, which I guess this isn't the answer to the question. I would never want to do that myself, but to watch somebody else do it, yeah, I'd be fucking sure.
Yeah.
But like those fucking psychos that, oh, there's only a 2-centimeter gap here, and I gotta squeeze through it. Fuck
Yeah.
you guys.
Couldn't do her.
No.
There's even there are hot springs. I don't remember where they are, near Fairmont, where it's like a natural cave, basically, where like
Right.
the water is kind of eroding. You can go through, and it's like a foot of clearance or whatever. Couldn't even do that. Can't. That's not enough. I fucking even just thinking about it, where like
They're,
you can't even get like your chin out of the water all the way, and it's like it's hot and it's getting narrower and darker. Oh,
You just gotta put your mouth up.
I watched
eventually you do.
The
It's
little
scary.
bamboo shoot.
a UFC fighter, Dom Cerrone, tells a story about he's fucking psycho and does like just doing all this dumb shit. Where he was like in a cave, like doing like cave diving, where like you have to go to places where there is no room for air, but you have like they have air tanks. And that one of the guys started freaking out because they were in a cave and moved around and was freaking out and then ended up kicking up a bunch of dust, which blinds everyone then
Yeah,
at
you're
that
really
point.
not supposed to do that.
And he had no way out and couldn't find his way out, and then could see his air running out, and like was already like recording his message that he was going to send to his leave for his wife because he was ready for it to happen, and like
Couldn't do her.
he's like, you can't see if you held your hand in front of you, you can't see it because it's so dusty and it's kicked up so much like algae and shit in there, and fuck that.
Crazy.
Yeah, couldn't
Super
do it.
crazy.
No.
Couldn't do it. I don't even swim in the ocean. I don't.
Yeah,
I,
no,
no
fuck
thanks.
no.
Yeah, that's kind of
Go ahead.
that's kind of my thing. Is like I'd love to go swim with like big whale sharks or whatever to see all that type of stuff, like big octopus or squid or
Would you
whatever.
get in the
but-
cage, or would you like to like?
and
swim
yeah,
around?
sharks and stuff. But like because I'm such a weak swimmer, like I can't do that type of shit.
Would you do the cage thing? Or they just stick you in the cage and put you down? So you
I don't know. Maybe I just saw this one video where the shark
The
actually
cage?
got into the cage.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's just a
Holy-
challenge to them.
you
It's
go.
just like, all right.
And then the
let's
guys
fucking
at
do
top
it.
are like bugging out, like because they want to go in to save them, but they're like, nope, I
How?
can't go in
Yeah,
there.
just cut the rope and motor away.
We were never here. Throw the cameras over.
I would like to do bobsled or luge.
They have at the Calgary Olympic Park, don't they have those go kart
can-
things?
That you can try it or whatever.
Not
Yeah.
go kart things, but like yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's a
I'd be
go-kart
interested.
apparel store is what it is, actually.
Right, yeah, at the top.
It's called go karts.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah, that would be actually a pretty cool thing to do.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Probably
fucking-
bobsledding first, but I want to do luge, but I think I'd want to bobsled first.
Yeah, luge is actually a good answer for me. Of like that's one that I think I might like to try. I would also fucking die if I tried.
Oh,
It'd
yeah.
be scary.
You
yeah.
were going
You'd fuck
like
up.
fast, like
I don't know
60
how fast,
miles
I
an
don't know
hour.
how
It looks
fast we'd
like
be going, but
it seems fast.
Yeah.
It seems like if like your elbow brushes the side, it's gonna like just shear your arm
why don't
off.
they give you like a fucking little like
Sand-
aerodynamic suit, like Superman?
That's so that you fly free of the sled after.
Just land on it.
Ironically safer than being in the crash.
Those fucking squirrel suits are wild. Have you guys seen videos of that?
Yeah.
Holy
I'll
shit.
just keep my feet here on
Yep, I'm good.
firma, play my video games. I'm
Good one,
okay.
Matt.
I go up to the fourth story. That's high enough.
I don't want to ever do like cliff diving, like with like the chutes, like from Fatal Heights. But I like the high cliffs into water.
Yeah. I would do high cliffs into water.
Yeah.
As long as I see someone do it in front of me and like, okay. Because there's
Yeah.
there's like a height where like scientifically speaking, I will not die.
Yes.
Like it is survivable by people, even me.
And I
Let's
want
do
people
this.
to like be like 1 million people have jumped off this cliff,
Yeah.
and it's totally fine. It's a tourist attraction.
Exactly.
I'm not going to just randomly jump off a cliff that looks good because there might be a big old rock underneath.
Oh, I'd do
yeah.
that. I'd still be scared because like even I've seen videos or whatever late night on YouTube of like people like looking over like, I'm gonna do the jump. They look over the edge and they fucking fall. And
Yeah,
like,
and then you can see- yeah, I've seen that.
every rock on the way down.
Oh, it's brutal.
They're like, this
And
person
even-
survived but broke 18 bones. You're like, oh,
Even when they
good.
sort of botch the jump and then kind of like land on their backs on the
Yeah.
rock, I'm like, ah.
ugh.
Yeah.
See, that'd be a cool thing too. Again, I'm not a strong swimmer, so I wouldn't even attempt
Could
that.
become a stronger swimmer. That's a skill you can gain.
Usually they have people down there
Yeah,
too
there's a
that
lot of
like,
those
will
places.
just come grab you.
Yeah.
I, as a young boy, learned to swim. Surely a grown man could do it.
I mean, I do have a pool in my building, which I always thought like
You know
maybe
do
I
swimming
should.
lessons?
I did. I'm just not a strong swimmer.
No, neither am I.
I've
I
been
don't know
a
how
long time.
strong, like when you say strong swimmer,
What level did you get to?
Red.
Oh, we had
I feel like
numbers
mine was a
over
number.
there. Yeah.
Did you not? Does that mean you not even got
Code
to
red.
one?
Code red. Oliver is approaching the pool.
You go through the colors of the rainbow
my-
and then get to level
At
1.
my age, you guys, we went
all the
by
lifeguards.
colors.
All the lifeguards running out. Are
Yellow, green, blue,
you thinking of
red,
Taekwondo?
maroon.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of Taekwondo.
And I only knew that much because I was at red and I was facing to go to maroon and I didn't get to.
I got stuck on level 7.
I was in the
I
swim.
retried
I
level
got to
7 like
Yeah.
4 times and failed 4 times.
I was in the swim
Couldn't
club.
do
I
the
was.
goddamn butterfly kick.
I don't even remember what that is.
It's like the one where you like your legs do like that and your hands do that at the same time.
Isn't that
and
a
you kick your legs
breaststroke?
out.
Isn't that a
I
breaststroke?
think the breaststroke you go actually up.
Oh yeah, breaststroke. You like your head comes up every
Yeah,
one.
but this is underneath.
This is all underneath.
I like a good breaststroke. I could never do the. I mean, I could.
I
but
swim like a motherfucker.
The crawl.
The backwards
Yeah.
where you just do this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was a king at that. I fucking fly down that thing. Doing
Master
backwards.
floater, eh? I because I couldn't wear my glasses in the pool when I try to swim with like my face in the water, I like always list out of my lane and end up hitting like the fucking ropes they have.
I always remember
tangled
just how
up.
fucking bad my legs would burn sometimes doing
Oh
that.
yeah. It's
I
good
would,
exercise swimming.
I'd do the thing where like the instructor would stand like a quarter or halfway through, so I'd like know that he'd be checking on the person in front of me,
Oh yeah.
and then I'd get to him, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, good, just try this," and then he'd look at the next guy, and I just fucking grab that rope
Yep.
and just
Little
fucking, there we
pull,
go,
pull,
we're
pull.
done now.
Yep.
We're
Fuck this shit.
Oh man. Spent a lot of time at the old pool playing. Yep.
Hell yes.
We were
a
all
great
in swimming
pool.
lessons, so when my brother and sister were doing their lessons, I just had to sit there and play Pokemon Gold on the Game Boy. Up on the second
time.
floor where the
Yeah.
humidity was 100%,
Oh,
and it
baby.
was so fucking hot.
I was terrified of that deep end.
Yeah.
That deep pool fucked me up.
Oh, I love that. Like it was the same for me. Like when I was first making the transition, where I was like, "This is the scariest thing I've ever done."
Sharks.
But then, yeah, they're in there somewhere. You can't see the bottom.
Jellyfish.
Then once I like got in there and started using the high dive and everything, then it was
yeah.
the only place I wanted to be.
Yeah, we took. I remember the first time was you get to like see. They had a rope. You could swing off this big ass
Oh,
rope
yeah.
and like go
Forgot
into the
about
deep
the
end.
rope. Yeah.
And that was the first time I went. I was like, this pool's all right. And it was warmer. I
Yeah,
remember.
Yeah.
I love that pool.
Yeah. We used to. I also took diving lessons. We were
too.
way into
I
swimming
took
for a lot of years.
diving
there.
lessons too.
Yep.
Learned how to dive. Diving is fun. Diving,
diving's way
like,
more
properly
fun than swimming.
is super satisfying.
Yeah.
Like proper form and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Like competition dive. Well, I mean, I never competed, but
Right.
we
Like
learned
yeah.
competition diving.
Yeah,
Crazy.
like being able to like jump forward and then like try and touch your toes and then like go head first. That's fucked.
And you like
It's a
curve up
fucked and
like an
terrifying
inch from the
sensation.
bottom of the pool. You like skim the bottom of the pool as you come up sometimes.
Yeah.
It's-
I had a substitute the day that we learned how to do the head first dive first time, and she did not teach me well, and I belly flopped, and it was the worst. Like I still remember it like it was yesterday. Like, I remember coming up,
Knock the wind
and
right
just,
out
like,
of you.
Yeah, like thought I was dead. Like,
Yeah.
I thought I was dying.
I feel like I probably belly flopped my first couple of head first because you got to commit.
Everybody
It's like
does once.
And if you
Yeah.
hesitate at all,
You're
you're
fucked.
fucked.
Or
Yeah.
you go too far back and you get the back flop.
Yeah.
I remember I got to the like when I was more confident doing it, I got to the point where I was trying to like jump high off the board and then not like go head first until as far as I possibly could.
Like
So
fake
I'd
them out.
Like I'd almost be like air running and then I'd like duck and try and
Trying just the littlest splash.
yeah. Smack your face on the thing because you don't get all the way around. I still remember like the feeling of diving and getting so much water in your nose though that it was like this like absolute brain burn where
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was like blinded by it. I was like, oh, what's happened?
Come up in a rage.
So much chlorine and piss up my nostrils.
It's just burning you from the inside out.
Podcast at talkingrebels.com is an email address where you can write in your hot electronic mails. If you enjoy wrestling but think the show is insufferable like a lot of us do, check out the Suplex City Limits podcast. They condense all the wrestling down into one easy to digest podcast.
Actually, they got a hot take on that Roman Reigns.
I wonder. We should listen.
If it's a hot take, it's got to be that it's good.
Are they
Yeah,
gonna
it's
come-
True.
Those two are probably just fucking terror. I wonder if they are even watching the main shows anymore.
Maybe
Are
not.
they going to cover our thing? You should get
I
them
don't
to
know.
cover
Let's
our
ask
thing.
them. It's probably like fucking
Come
nerds.
on, boys.
Nerds.
Nerds.
We're not covering this video. It's the esports thing. You get e-wrestling is not wrestling.
Oh yeah, purists.
Yeah.
Gatekeepers.
You could argue that it's more sports than wrestling is, but that's besides the point.
I'm giving them I bet they totally would if we asked them. I'm giving them a hard time, but they're super nice dudes. Look them up. Suplex City Limits on iTunes and Google Play, Spotify, wherever you find this podcast. If you enjoyed what you heard, consider supporting us on Patreon. There is a longer form of this podcast called Talking Reckless Au Natural. The O apostrophe. It's an Irish name.
Yes.
It's of the Au Natural family.
Oh, natural.
Au Natural.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's longer,
Hi-lily.
sometimes like almost an hour longer. It's a little higher quality if audio quality is the thing you care about. And it comes out earlier. So check it out. Patreon.com/TalkingRebels
Some heinous things on it this week, too.
Absolutely lewd. The stuff that is
Heinous.
too lewd for the regular show
Yeah.
gets sectioned,
Lewd
quarantined
crude dude.
off to Tron.
Yes.
And then our TRWL event, Undisputed, is coming up August the 11th. It is that'll be will that be Sunday? That'll be this Sunday in podcast time.
Good God.
Oh shit, that's coming up. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that'll be this when this comes
Sweet.
up on Monday. Undisputed will be that Sunday. That's coming up. Wow. 2 p.m. over on the old Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TalkingRecklessPodcast. All regular, thank you very much for your time.
You are welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
For the West World podcast as well. They're going to start coming up. Warren Barris, thanks for making the trip.
Ta-ta.
And Brandon Lynch, appreciate you being here as always.
Yes, I'm happy to be here as always.
You sound happy.
He's entranced by those audio waveforms over there.
Just going all Scotty on us again. And you at home, thank you very much for listening, for making this the most sensual podcast to appear on iTunes or Spotify. We're still working on that iHeartRadio one, but we'll get up there. We'll see you in...
Satpod is on iHeartRadio.
I mean, we are on iHeartRadio. We just don't
okay.
have the most sensual title yet.
I don't even know how I figured that out. It just popped, and I was like, what? How? Okay, cool.
You guys ever gonna...
It's great that I'm now on my work streaming. I don't know if I like that, but it's out there. So.
Are we ever gonna get another...
Yeah, are we?
What's going on with the Satpod?
I have no idea. You'd have to watch wrestling to do that.
Talk to BBB. Maybe we can sign BBB to the old TRWL or something.
He's a great commentator.
Yeah.
Tremendous commentator. He would not do it, though.
We get no.
You really set him up and then knocked him down.
Shit on that whole idea. He's too old.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Old.
That's right. So I'm sorry. He's not too old to do a fucking wrestling podcast once a week, but he's too old to. Okay. Good.
I mean, wrestling is his life kind of thing.
He doesn't play video games. He's not a video game guy. He plays
But he likes wrestling!
06 still to this day on a daily basis.
So not only does he not play video games, he has an avid hate of them.
Well,
Old man yells at cloud.
he just doesn't understand them.
He's fucking what the radio? That makes no sense. What is he? So is he just in the jock lounge every day, being like, "This is you guys are dumb."
I don't know if they do
That
that
N64 is for nerds.
I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
Really?
Carries his backpack on one shoulder only.
Single strapping. Everybody's single strapping this
Giving
year.
people wedgies.
There's a lady that brought in like a George Foreman and cooked something in there one day.
Smoking.
And got
That sounds way better than fucking video games, honestly.
The jock lounge.
I was always so goddamn hungry.
Big trouble. For
Breakfast bowl,
She was an
brother.
old lady too.
We'll meet you back here in a week. 7 days. We'll do. It'll be episode 284.
Might be more than 7 days.
Well,
This
whatever.
comes out.
Podcast time. We'll figure it out. I guess when we see
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Probably back to regular
You
schedule.
know where to find it.
Exactly. We'll see you here on the next episode of the Talking Reckless podcast.
Penis.
I couldn't say see you then because you fucked up my phrasing at the end. So good thing we had penis at the end. It's a big gap. Oh, mercy. Hey, everybody in chat. I'm going to turn this thing off here. It's getting pretty late.
It
Gotta
is
go home
late.
and edit this
You're
thing.
being loud and
Kevin's
probably trying to sleep.
Kevin's not home. He came
Did he
home.
leave?
Yeah, he just came back to take a shit, I guess.
Okay.
Because
Was he?
I walked upstairs and could tell that someone had shat in that toilet. I assume it was him. I don't know. He's his family's in town. He's on vacation. He's been on vacation like all week.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
that's why he's not streaming. That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why he wasn't here on whatever the day.
Oh, he's out doing stuff.
Yeah, because I think he might have been like out of town even. I don't know.
That's me.
He probably told me. I'm sure he told me, and I just fucking completely forgot.
Daddy came home to crunch in his own toilet and then back out in the real world.
Did you say
Sure.
Daddy came home to crunch in his own? Good.
Isn't that...
Oh, he is here. Kevin is here. He was out smoking. Oh.
You not-
Oh, he's totally here.
He didn't pick up that reference?
No.
Isn't that his name? Daddy?
If you're referring what I think you're referring to.
TR.
Spoilers! Spoilers! DDK? All right, I'm turning the stream off. Bye, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow with some video games.